can't see it. Happy birthday to you, us. Happy birthday to us. Happy birthday to us. Happy birthday
to us.
And many more.
And many more.
Where's my presents? Presents. Where's my presents? Where's the beer? Who's got the drink?
I drank them. Sorry, I got you some gin, but I drank it.
Well,
Yeah.
Just another year passes. Yeah, it's only the first year I forgot already.
He's for a year older.
We're a year older. I've been sat in this chair for 52 weeks now.
And then you still not finished that U-boat.
Was I working on the U-boat on the live stream?
You've always been working on the U-boat.
On the U-boat.
Just think how far back you can remember. You were probably still working on the U-boat.
Yeah. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the eModels 1 year live edition. Live edition. And it's great for you to. It's great for us to have you here. I'm not reading. Your script isn't very clear this week.
After a year, we've still not got it.
It's an honour for you to be watching us tonight.
Blurred that bit. You spilled coffee on that bit of the script. I can't read it. Yeah, it's great having you all here, and it's our first anniversary edition of the live stream. So anything could happen tonight. Better make sure I've got the emails open. You never know. The phones. I've checked the phone. The phone is ringing. Working. Might ring later on. But yes, hello from me, Ted, here at eModels, emodels.co.uk, and also the guys down in the bottom here somewhere, wherever you have your.
Hello.
That's him. Fox, how are you?
I'm all right, matey. Yourself?
Cool. Yeah, surviving. Yeah, all good and going. Been really busy at the bench this week. Sort of lots to do. I'll show you all that as we go on. But you've been up to anything yourself?
I've been doing my Warhammers. I've been reveling in the joy of brush painting, and if any of you out there haven't really tried brush painting, you've got to give it a go. It's so much fun. It's so if you get stuck on a build and you're bored and it's just like I don't want to do this anymore, go and brush paint something. It just revives your entire passion. I've been working on my Stormwolf, which is coming along nicely. Today I've been putting the gold bling on. It's all been weathered up and had a matte coat. So today I'm putting on the gold bling, my space puppy head, and all bits of trim and stuff like that. So that's all looking. Doesn't really show it properly in shiny terms, but that's the first gold coat. There's 3 coats that go on for the gold, 3 different layers. So that's all looking rather spanky. I've still got the motorbike to do and bits to glue on there. I've already done my figures. My figures have been done. Quite pleased with those. I'm not very good at figures, so I was quite pleased when they came out. Okay, but yeah, I'm just having an absolute blast. If you've never tried brush painting, or you've tried it, say, in the past with Tamiya paints and realised it really sucks to paint with Tamiya paints with brushes, try it. Get some Vallejo game colours, some Citadel paints, some Life colours, paints that are designed for brush painting. Get yourself a wet palette, make a wet palette, and just brush paint something like a figure or a model. Just get something cheap that you can play with, because if you're getting really bored, brush painting is so much fun because you're not having to think and worry about getting the airbrush out and can I do this and I've got to mask this off and do no, just paint it. Just when I lag and I dive into something and brush paint it, I just come alive again. So I've been posting videos non-stop for the last 2 weeks because I've been having fun with it. Yeah, here's another video. There you go. Right,
brilliant. Yeah, good. Yeah, it's good to get. It's just good to get something else on the bench and just break that mojo sometimes and revitalize everything. Yeah, but that's the way. And the other one, somebody said is looking like a pixie today. Oh, got his party hat on.
Party hat.
Party hat. Yeah.
I have party hats for you too as well, but you're not really. I'll put them on the side of the monitor. That'll be fine. Just because you didn't come and get.
I can feel it. I can feel it. It's there.
I got me bunting up as well. I'm all ready for the party, and nobody came.
Yeah, but that means you get to eat all the cake.
I did eat all the cake a little bit, but yeah.
And drink the drink.
And yeah, that might still be.
We would expect no less of you, Christopher.
So what have you been up to this week, Chris?
I have not been doing much either. I've started on another project, a little Bandai Millennium Falcon, which is tiny. 1441. I'm having a break from the tugs.
I don't know what comes after that cockpit part.
And that was also brush painting inside there. So I've also been doing some brush painting. And yeah, I made one episode of that. I might call it episode 6 just for the reasons. But
I see what you did there.
Yeah, well, I've worked it out. The big Chris being so small, they're actually not 1/4 scale to him, are they? They're like 1/35.
Maybe so.
Yes, I think that's his secret to painting tiny things.
Chris is quite
scale to yourself
on a page somewhere right now.
Right. Yeah, well, as for me, I've finished my little sort of side task. The little Tamiya SAS Jeep, brilliant. It's all weathered up and painted and everything like that. It's probably out of focus as I put it near the camera. But finished that, and then I got back to the submarine. So that's all finished. Just a bit of weathering to do inside there. And then I'm starting on the outside. I've been drilling out more freeing ports in the hull, things like that, getting going. So yeah, I'm a little bit busy at the bench. Unfortunately, as you could probably tell, I'm still on the laptop. The computer hasn't been repaired because unfortunately it's the price has gone up because the guy's saying that I think you might need a new processor. So unfortunately,
we can tell you're still on the laptop because you're in focus.
yeah. So I'll remain in focus for a few weeks more until I can raise the cash to fix this damn computer. Never mind. Hopefully work will pick up again soon. But yeah, we'll get all onto that. But that's about it. And it's over to you guys. It's over to you guys in the chat because this is your channel. It's your time to have a chat with us. Remember, if you're watching us, if you found us on the link from the eModels website, down here somewhere is the eModels logo. Just click on that. It'll take you across to the eModels, sorry, not the eModels, the YouTube logo. It'll take you across to the YouTube link and you can chat live with us if you want to chat live in the chat. You're quite welcome to. It does move fairly quickly, so if you do miss your questions, we do apologise, but send them, keep typing them or send them to me, Ted, at emodels.co.uk, and I could read them out.
Another reason to join in the chat, of course, is we give stuff away. We give stuff away to everybody, but we also give stuff away to people in chat, just silly things. And as always, to the people in chat, if you've got a question for Ted or me or Chris, make sure to put it in big fat capital letters so we can see it. But as always, there is the option of a super chat, the little sort of dollar sign under the chat box. If you want to use that, that will highlight your comment in a big blue or gold or pink box. It seems to be a random color. And that way we can't possibly miss your question ever because it's like that big and bright pink. So feel free to make use of the super chat.
I know that sometimes we do miss a question, but the guys in chat will answer it for you as well because they're as good as we are. And they keep up, they can answer the questions as well.
In fact, I see a question had come up and been answered already. So, yeah.
Was that the one about the tarpaulins?
About tissues. I didn't see the question. I saw the answer.
yeah. Somebody was asking about making tarpaulins. For,
that'll be it then. Yeah, Tony Black says Tim use tissues painted with white glue, watered down. It will get stiff once it dries.
Yeah, I've got some around here somewhere. Can't find it. No, I did have some. I can't find it. Oh, there's some. Yeah, it's stuck under there. This here is tissue paper, just painted it with white PVA glue. Let that dry, then give it a coat of desert yellow or something like that, and it's a fairly stiff tarpaulin that you could use. Another tip for using this as well: if you get your tissue paper, lay it over some objects that you want to cover, such as jerry cans, boxes, and barrels, and things like that. Lay the tissue paper over it and then paint it with your wood glue. It will form the shape and it will really become an effective tarpaulin. But simple, as simple and easy as that.
If you want to do a folded tarpaulin, like one that's just folded up into a flat thing, I've used Post-it notes before now. Just fold the Post-it note up, get some PVA glue or some Tamiya extra thin just to soften it up, and then paint it. It's no good if you want it crumply. If you want it just flat and folded like a flat thing. That's how I've done it like that in the past. But yeah, the tissue paper, drape it over the object and then cover it in the white stuff so it forms to that shape. It's brilliant.
It was Tim Bix. I found a question. It was Tim Bix asking about making canvas for a 135 scale tint. Yeah, just exactly the same. That tissue paper, just tissue paper out of a tissue box, Kleenex man-sized tissues.
Just make sure it's not got Kleenex embossed down the side of it because that's kind of a giveaway.
Don't use toilet paper. Toilet paper doesn't work because that's meant to break down in water, and as you apply your sticky glue to it, it just falls apart.
Yep, Dave Wise the Rum Gun Barker says dry out a baby wipe and roll it up and dip it in PVA.
Yeah, good. Yeah, but that's the idea. That's how you ask your questions. Just type them into his in capital letters, makes it stand out a little bit more, and we'll hopefully catch it. So,
yes.
Right. Right. What have we got to do tonight? Oh well. What have we got to do tonight? What we're going to do tonight?
I don't know. I think we're done, Ted, aren't we?
Yeah,
we just go?
That's it. Yeah. Good night, everybody. Yeah, thanks for watching. Bye. Yeah. Yeah, we'll have the what's in store. We'll have a look at what's in store. I've got some ideas about a theme for tonight. We've also got some giveaways. We'll have some giveaways, some stickers, the famous eModels mug.
eModels mug.
Model enthusiast. Where's yours, Chris? You got painted yours?
Mine's dirty. It's all covered in stuff. I
Mm,
use it to brushes and things. I wouldn't drink out of it. But...
Yeah. Don't remember though, if you don't manage to win a mug in the giveaway tonight, you can still get them off the eModels website, emodels.co.uk, and I think they're actually down in price with free postage
on sale.
Yeah, so you can't beat that. So so we'll have that. Stickers. I've sent out the batch of stickers that I had winners for. If in the next couple of days you don't get a sticker, let me know, because I don't know that I've lost a couple of emails.
If you should have got a sticker and you don't get a sticker, let him know. Don't let him know just if you don't get a sticker, because that'll be lots of people.
Yeah. As far as we know, we haven't received. Whoever won stickers and stuff last week hasn't yet sent us emails with their addresses, so we can't send anything out yet.
Yes, yeah, I was waiting. I kept looking at my phone and nothing was coming.
I was waiting for Ted to send me. I woke up this morning and thought, Ted hasn't sent me the addresses for the sticker winners. And then I realized Ted's like, we haven't had the addresses yet.
Nobody loves us anymore. They're not sending, nobody sends messages anymore. You know, you go on a date and you don't get a message. Nobody loves you. So, yeah, that's why.
There is some discussion in the chat at the moment that Dave said use a baby wipe to make this thing not an actual baby. There's been some concern that he suggested rolling up a baby and dipping them in PVA glue. That was never suggested. It was only over a baby wipe.
Plus, rolling a baby, rolling up a baby is kind of not beginner level, is it really? It's a bit of a challenging thing, that one.
Yeah, they never stay still long enough to get the glue all over them.
Yeah. And these end up something else anyway.
Yeah. Adrian, David.
Ray, David.
Yeah. Are they doing it? Are they doing an 80s theme? Ooh, could be. Yes.
Aren't we always?
Yeah, we always go back to the 80s or the 70s. Yeah, but we always. I think they feed it, don't they? They get us talking back nostalgic, and that's how they keep us here longer.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Just as we're saying bye. Somebody will type in, have you heard the theme tune to the 80s?
And then, of course, I know every theme tune in the world, so I'll be like, oh, yeah, that's the one that goes, and then that'll be it then.
Yeah, that's it, yeah. I'm not getting on that, no plane.
Get on a plane, fool. We've done it already, we just done it to ourselves. By calling out people that do it to us, we've done it to ourselves.
Dave, where's the rub gone back? He says, Pete, mate, we want an eModels mug as big as the Sports Direct ones. Yeah, the big pint pots. Yeah, could be an idea.
Aren't they all that size? They're all that size anyway, aren't they?
Yeah, they're all big. Yeah, no, you're just small, Chris.
That'll be it. Yeah,
that'll be it. Yeah, Festa 76 said Jason King's died.
Peter Wingard.
Oh,
Peter Wingard.
Yeah, Peter Wingard. Yeah, Peter Wingard. Yeah, the man with the with the moustache. He used to smoke on every show. Always had a cigarette in his hand.
Not many people can rock that kind of moustache.
Yes. Yeah. Great actor. Department S, wasn't it?
I was like 2, so I don't know. That's before my time, and it sounds weird to say
that. Sean Johnson just sent me as a picture of watching us on the show on his huge TV.
Yay, life size.
We're on telly. Hello, people watching the telly.
We're this wide. And when we point, it's like 3D.
Wow, tell you what, you want to tidy up in there, mate. There's a big telly I can see right to the corners of your room. Should probably eat that.
Yeah. Tony Black said he had Department S, and then he did have his own show, Jason King. Yeah. Oh yeah, there's a picture of me on his big telly. Oh, no, I'm on telly, Mum. I'm on telly.
I was very tempted then to just kind of go up to the camera with my mouth and go just on 40-inch screens. They'd be like, "Oh dear God, what?" I won't. A 40-inch wide Fox. Yeah, 15 now.
Right. Trot Chad says nostalgia. How long has that been around?
Smooth says you in focus, Ted.
Yes, I am in focus. That's a good thing about Charlotte's laptop. It might have little pixies and sort of My Little Ponies and unicorns all around it, but at least I'm in focus.
Carl Whitfield says, "Hello, Ted. How's the U-boat coming along? Any chance of a look, please?" So we'll just go quietly for a little half hour, and you can talk through all of this.
Right, the last section of the U-boat, the interior of the U-boat, is finished. Is it? I'm trying to keep it.
What is that bit?
Get back to me. Forget.
Well, it's locked on you, Ted. Don't worry.
Right. There is the inside of the rear torpedo room. That's the last section aft of the submarine. It's also the switchboard room where it switches to electric drive, and you see down here just in the bottom, that's the electric drive itself as the propeller shafts run through, one on each side. There's a torpedo stored underneath the deck.
It's got a hole at the back. I can see your hand through it.
Yeah. And of course,
design characteristic that.
Yeah, this bit here is the aft torpedo tube, just the one on this boat, with a torpedo loaded into there. So
I didn't even know U-boats had aft torpedo tubes. I never thought about that.
Oh yeah.
Well, if they're following you, got to be able to shoot back.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, they used to fire off all the forward torpedoes, and then used to scuttle around to a 180-degree turn. No, 180 degrees, 180-degree turn, and shoot one from behind, and away they go. The next bit I've done as well, I'm on to the little deck gun. Got all that for the flat chaser, a little chaser gun to go on the superstructure, and that's the next stage actually, is to start up on the outside, start on the bridge.
We get to the exciting exterior bit now.
Starting on the bridge thing.
Oh, we get to interesting
stuff. I'm still here. I think I showed you this last week. We're on to drilling out all the freeing ports. See me through these. So there's lots of them to do. I'm still debating what to do about the clear side. I was thinking of cutting out openings so you could see through to the ship, so you could see through inside, and then painting the outside, and then just cutting out openings. Another option that I've seen, and I have mentioned it before, I'm thinking about, is having the clear side fully painted, solid, but having it on magnets so you could take the side off. So in effect, what you'd see is a complete submarine. And then just click this, and you could have a look inside. I think that's another option.
Removable panel. That's quite a good idea, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, so for want of a better thing, you just got like your Revell U-boat, Fox. Just have a solid submarine.
Mm-hmm. I think you because you want to be able to show off the interior, but you want to have fun with the exterior as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's the bit I'm looking forward to. We're getting close. We're getting there. It's not all the empty sprues are mounting up by the side of the bin, and the full ones are going down and down. So
show us that big stack of things behind you, Ted.
This lot.
Yeah.
This is the engine room. See that it's a little bit dark. Oh, can't get the lighting on. That's the engine and the engine room. This one is the control room.
Don't drop them.
Are you going
to fill them full of crew members as well?
Yeah, yes, the crew have got to go in as well. I've still got to build some of them. This is the crew sleeping quarters with the kitchen, the galley in there. I know it's a little bit dark, you can't quite see into all of these. Try to catch the light. Oh, that's another one. This is the officers' quarters and the radio and sonar room. That's the guy. There's a guy in there. He's sat reading his code book. He's reading his code book. If you could, no, I can't see him. Should have brought a torch, shouldn't I?
Yeah, a little pen light.
I wonder if it do it like this. Does that work? Yeah. No, it's just whiting out the light. Nah. It was worth a try.
At the end of the day, you're running a fancy webcam anyway, so
yeah. And this one is just falling to bits. Never mind. There is the forward torpedo room with the 4 tubes all in there. There we go. And there's a torpedo to hang up inside, which is just falling out.
Yeah.
People were asking in
question, Ted, that I sometimes wonder about. I don't know, people have asked me before. When is all the interiors all painted and everything's done and dusted and you're varnished and you're painted and you're weathered, how are you going to attach the dudes inside without messing up the paint job? What's your plan to get the dudes glued inside?
The dudes are actually styrene, same as the kit. And I'm thinking just a drop of either Tamiya Extras Thin or some super glue just on the soles of the feet and just dop them on.
What, scrape the paint off? I'd probably say go for the extra thin and scrape some paint off.
Yeah, I know that the extra thin will sort of eat its way through a few layers of paint, but I'd put weathering and everything on just to make sure that they don't fall over. That's one of the fears actually about gluing just the solid clear pieces on, is that over time super glue etc could sometimes a bit of a shock and everybody will fall over inside the submarine.
Happen, isn't it?
Yeah. So and then there's no way you can get to them if the clear side is on the submarine. So that was a thought of actually the cutting openings in so you can see through, or have the side lift off so you can still get to them. Because
Robert Blanlock has a good idea actually. He says use crew glue.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be tempted to scrape a little paint off and use the extra thin. You could use PVA glue, but how long that would last, I don't know.
No, I don't think
I wouldn't use super glue there because the risk is you'll frost the paint. I've done that before. It frosts paint.
Yeah, yeah. Do you remember seeing the trumpeter one when we first saw this at Telford? There was a guy that had fallen over in the torpedo room, and that's just what everybody commented on. Oh, look, there's a man falling over there. He's having a sleep. So. So that's if somebody falls over or something falls apart, everybody will see it and comment on it. So we'll have a go.
Jolly good.
We'll have a fallback plan.
Alan Northwest Modeler says, "Why has Chris got the hat on?"
Yeah.
If you've not been with us from the start, you might not know.
Yeah, it's our birthday.
Yay!
We're 1 today.
Well, 1. Yeah, it's our 52 weeks. Well, 52 weeks minus Christmas. Minus the bits that Fox didn't turn up.
Yeah, I like to be fashionably, unfashionably late.
So 52 weeks. Yeah, we've been here. We may have something in. We may have a bit of a surprise in store for you. Whether or not it comes off, you'll have to keep watching for a special birthday edition. But we don't want to announce any more on that. Until we know ourselves whether or not we can do it. So keep subscribing to the eModels YouTube page. Subscribe, and then if anything happens, you'll get a notification when it's coming up as it's happening. And keep also like and follow the eModels Facebook page as well, and it will be announced on there as and when we know what's happening.
Yep.
So,
we have a question from David Williams. Fox, where did you get the drawers / paint stand behind you, left shoulder? Are they bought or made? The paint stand is a bog standard Tamiya paint stand. You can get it. I think the eModels have got it in stock. It's just a little spinny thing. It's a Tamiya one. You can pull it apart. It's quite good. The units are Hobby Zone. They're all modular. They come with little magnets, and you build them yourself and put them together. They're available. You get them from eModels. If you go to the eModels website, the menus at the top, one of the options should say workstations or hobby workstations. Go to that. It's all the Hobby Zone stuff. Now, what we will say is, and we say this every time, when you go there, I'd go now while you're watching. Don't obviously go away from the video. I go up now because as soon as we mention Hobby Zone and people go and have a look, it sells out really fast, and people just buy it left, right, and centre. So if you go and have a look now while you're watching and see stuff you like, get it in your basket quick, because everybody else will go and do the same, and they'll all be like out of stock before you know it. They'll get them back in again very soon. But yeah, it's Hobby Zone. It's wonderful stuff. I got mine, and a lot of people who watch have gone and got some for themselves.
Yeah, I got
some wood glue, but
I got one for Christmas off the daughter, and it's the accessory stand, as they call it, paint stand. I never thought I'd use it. I never thought I'd use it because I used to just keep my paintbrushes in a pot altogether. But now it's nice and compact. It's not too big. It's not huge. It just goes together with a bit of wood glue.
Yeah. Robert Blaylock says, "Fox isn't joking. Go now." Yeah, trust me. If you go after the show, a lot of them will be sold out because people go because they are awesome. The best bit is though, with each one you get a whole stack of magnets because you have 4 magnets at the bottom, which means they all line up and lock into place. So if the ones I've got there, I've got this big stack of magnets now, millions of them. So when I come to magnetize things, I've got loads of magnets, and they're quite good. I've made a rectangle. I've made a triangle. Oh, I can't make a rhombus. Rhombuses are evil. I can't make a rhombus. I'm just going to play magnets. You guys carry on.
He's busy for the night now, right? The trouble with the Hobby Zone stuff is they're addictive. I got one, and now I've got 4, and yeah, there are more in my future as well. So
yeah,
there's a big be careful when you buy the first one because you'll buy lots more.
The good thing is there's a big range of them. You get the big drawers, the little drawers with the glass bits. You get one that's just designed to hold a roll of kitchen roll, and you pull it out and rip it off. You get the paint racks. You get 2 different sizes of paint racks. You get ones that fit things like Tamiya and Citadel, and you get ones that fit paint pots like your Vallejos and your Ammos, the smaller ones. So make sure if you get in the paint rack, make sure you get one that fits your particular brand of paint. If you use Tamiya or Citadel or something like that, make sure you get the one with the bigger circles, the bigger holes.
Or get both of them.
Yeah, I'll get both of them and expand your paint range. But I'm a bit knackered now because I want to get some more drawers, but I can't put them anywhere because this one has a lamp on top, so I can't build that one up. This one's got all my paintbrushes, so I can't put one under here. Well, I can, but I'm restricted to drawers. I need some more things. I've got to find a space, and you get corner units as well, which you can't really see. There's a corner unit in there as well. They're great. They're all modular and they all fit together. So
you'll find yourself designing your workbench around these units.
Oh yeah,
right. Can't get another one in there. Yeah, I just got the one. I've got these other things. Mine are from IKEA, but they were just a make do at the time.
They're not as good though, are they, Ted? They're not as good though, are they?
They're not as good. No. Yeah, so I shall be moving when I move house. Probably I shall be moving into the Hobby Zone range.
Shadowland Scale Model says, "Where's Chris's avatar?"
I'm not allowed one until I'm off probation.
Yeah, which means Pete's forgotten. Pete makes forgotten.
Yeah,
but possibly
it's in the box with the jacket and your first eModels build.
Any mug.
Yeah, any mug.
Right, where we do Adrian David. David.
Great,
right.
David.
Yeah. Just made a cup of tea. When making tea, do you put the milk in first or last?
Yep.
Nope, I make coffee because coffee is correct.
Right. Now, I watched a program on TV the other day about making tea in a mug. And the best way to make a cup of tea in a mug is firstly have it in a red mug, because your brain thinks that red is sweet, so your cup of tea will be sweeter. When you take sugar up,
red is supposed to mean meat. That's why Italian restaurants are red and green for meat.
And it means what?
First of all, you don't have your cup of tea in a polystyrene cup because it just ruins the flavour.
We try not to use polystyrene cups here at home. You know, it's not very stylish.
Make it in a mug. Make it in a red mug, and brew your tea bag in the cup for 5 minutes. No more, no less. Don't stir it. Don't squeeze it. 5 minutes. Take your tea bag out. Apply the milk. So there's the question to that one.
That's going to be really strong.
No, it's not.
See,
It's not. It's no.
I've perfected how to make the perfect cup of tea. Get your cup, Any colour. Get your cup, tea bag in, many sugars, all the sugars. Pour the hot water in, let it sit for, Ted's right, about 5 minutes. Then add your milk. Well, take your tea bag out, add your milk, and then what you do is you pour that away, and you get another cup, and you put some coffee in the cup with some sugar and some milk, and then you add the hot water, and there is your tasty beverage. Why would you drink tea when you can drink coffee? Because coffee's stuff.
But now we can use this as a perfect advertising point to say it tastes even better in an eModels mug.
But they're not red.
Well, they don't have to
be on the inside, so it's like being red.
It's like being red on the inside. Yeah.
That says Heathen's use a teapot.
Oh
no! This isn't 1947. Much.
Tea leaves in a teapot.
Yeah, that's just.
Evil Monkey says 5 minutes at the call. No, it won't be, because it's too hot to drink anyway. If you put your tea bag in, put your water on, and then squeeze your tea bag and take it out, it's still too hot to drink anyway. So
just
5 minutes.
Just drink coffee. It's the man's drink. It's
tea
leaves to drink. Although I will admit, occasionally in the summer when it's really hot, for some reason hot and sweaty, and I'm like, if it's in the afternoon, I'll get a bit of a thirst on, so I might go and make a cup of tea, but I'll have like about 32 sugars in it because I can't stand tea without a ton of sugar in it.
Well, when it comes to the summer, it's gin and tonic.
Yeah, I mean in the morning before, it's acceptable.
Yeah, exactly. Gin and tonic.
Oh, that kind of morning. Oh, right, okay. The other morning.
Yeah, the other morning.
Just give me coffee morning, noon. Actually, I've got to tell you, I mean, I used to go through cups and cups and cups of coffee every day, but I've got a routine now where I've got my massive enormous Batman mug, and that's like kind of a litre. So I'll make a coffee in the morning. It's basically, I'll make a double amount, so it'll be 2 spoons of coffee, 4 sugars, and double the milk, because that will last me about 6 hours. Because I can drink cold coffee, so that will last me all day. So I've gone from drinking like millions of cups of coffee when I used to have a job of work to like just maybe that big one in the morning, and that's throughout the course of the afternoon. And then if I'm feeling brave at night, sometimes in the evening about 9 or 10 o'clock, I think I fancy a coffee now. But it's always a bad idea, because when I have a coffee that late at night, I won't get to sleep for hours.
Yeah, it's not why we're still getting emails and updates from you at 3 o'clock in the morning.
That's why, I post a video up and it goes live at 2:30 in the morning.
I'm wondering if all this talk about tea and coffee is going to make you have to go and relieve yourself soon.
No, it's drinking the gallons of water in the glass and the mug that do that.
Yeah, we're being. We always remind, as you see, since you've joined us in the past few weeks, Chris. We always right, Fox. Have you been?
Oh wait, I haven't been. I didn't go before the show.
Oh, we forgot to remind him this week.
I didn't go before the show, did I?
Nobody talk about waterfalls.
Don't go, John.
Tony Black says, do you remember when you used to have a tea in a torpedo-shaped dispenser on the wall? You used to press the button. You used to hold a teapot under it, press the button, and you get tea, measured shot of tea coming out. Yeah, I remember.
No. It was like an optic for teas.
Yeah, it was. It was a tea optic.
I've had a very bizarre flashback to 1980s Pontins holiday camp, and you got this little plastic red teapot with little plastic red cups. I think we've still got one somewhere that we brought back with us. Crappy plastic. I'm just having a flashback to little plastic 1980s Pontins holiday camp teapots. I don't know why.
Right, we're digressing. We need some model making questions. This is really a model making show, but we never go there, do we?
Alan Northwest Modeler says, "Mum, tell Fox to go for a wee." No, trust me, I can tell myself to go for a wee. It will happen.
Yeah. Did you share that before you go out? Right, we've got the supermarket out. Right, have you been? Right,
did you turn the cat off? Did you put the gas out?
Yeah. Washed your hands. Right. Yeah. Does your mum still get a tissue and lick it?
Back on the side of your head. That says my grandma had one of those tea dispenser things.
Yeah, good. Used to have in the drop down there. You used to have in the drop down cupboard. You pull the cupboard down and it'd be there at the side of the cupboard. So you bang it 3 times. 3 teaspoons of tea in your teapot.
I don't understand why. I'm getting word from the producers.
You got a hand. Hello, Mum.
Chris, back from the dog walk.
Yeah. It's Mama
Fox. You brought the dog back with you. Right.
Zata says it brings a whole new meaning to the phrase live streaming. Yeah.
Right, I did get a question, by the way. I did get a question by emails. Ted at eModels.co.uk. Send me an email.
Mein Gott, we have the question. Yeah, that's
it.
He might even read it to us.
Yeah, he might get there.
Yeah.
Open the mail.
Yeah, it's a question from Terry Wright. Terry Wright.
Sorry, wrong person.
Yeah. Sorry. Ted, he has 2 desert-coloured vehicles. He's building a Merkava tank and an LAV APC. He will be doing an oil pin wash, chipping and maybe using dot filter using oils. What would be the best colours for these 3 processes?
Pin washing desert vehicles.
I would go with. You can always go with black because black is not black, but black grey, starship filth sort of colours because that goes with anything. That would just be a general grime and dirt and things. I would then go with if you're doing a Merkava, you would be going into something like the modern. I can't find it. Modern US vehicle type colours, that sort of thing. Just go something a little bit darker. What does work brilliantly, and I found on the SES Jeep, what does go brilliantly with desert yellow is filters. Brown for desert brown for desert yellow filter works brilliantly.
Yeah, both Ammo and AK do. Ammo do one they do things like streaking grime for DAC for Deutsche Afrika Corps. Yeah. So they do specific streaking grimes, and I think AK do the same. Specific streaking grimes and weathering and panel line washes for sort of DAC colours. I know it's German World War II Africa Corps, but it's along the same kind of lines as desert combat kind of coloured vehicles.
Yeah, you can get tan as well. Tan works good for doing your pin washes. Do it in a tan colour, sort of a grey sort of.
The Bluetooth device is ready to pair.
Yeah, that's
a strange lady in your room.
The Bluetooth device is connected successfully.
Oh, why is it telling me that?
It's always nice when it's connected successfully, though, isn't it?
Yes, especially your brewer too.
A tan is a good colour for doing some pin washes with, because it gives it that sort of sandy type sort of colour that's been got dirty in the crevices.
To remember as well, with desert vehicles, there's a lot more option to do things like oil streaks and oil stains and fuel stains, because if you're doing a vehicle that's in a sort of European or typical that kind of theatre, then it's going to be covered in mud and dust and dirt underneath. If it's a desert vehicle, there's not going to be so much mud and sort of sticky dirt under there. It's mostly going to be dust and sand. So you're more likely to have like dusty colours, which you can get like dust colour pigments and just brush them in, but lightly. But you're more likely to see things like oil and grease around like axle joints and drive shafts and diffs, because they're not being covered up by mud and dirt. So you can have a lot more fun with the more traditional weathering, like oil and grease and fuel stains and things like that. So it's always good fun, desert vehicles.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's hard sometimes because you've got a desert coloured vehicle to put desert coloured dust on it, because you'll just lose it. But if you work around with it and mix it different shades, work with your filters, things like that, it does work. You probably saw my Oshkosh. That worked quite well. Just sort of changing the colours a little bit to sort of get it to stick and make a difference on the paintwork. But filters work great for desert yellow, and especially a pink filter. If you get a pink, I've got some big Absalon oils, and with a pink filter.
Ted knows all about pink things, don't you, Ted?
Yeah, love pink. Pink, yeah, gorgeous.
We have an almost question from Alan, who says, if I ask a question about cars, it won't get answered. Go for it. Ask a question. It might be that none of us know much about cars, but go for it. Ask it anyway.
Trout and Chard says Ted's paints are less in number today. Have they been nicked? Has he sold them to pay for his PC repairs?
No, they haven't been nicked. I'm going to move my camera and show you where they all are, because they're all down here on the desk. Yeah, because what I do when I'm doing a project, I keep my paints to one side. I'll take them off the shelf rather than put it back and then in a couple of days' time wondering, what colour did I paint that? I keep them all separate. So when I'm doing a build, I keep them separate. When I finish, they'll go back on the shelf. That's how I do it.
I've actually changed the way I work, because what I tend to do is when I work, I have whatever I'm working on, and then an enormous pile of just like you've got that really unkempt pile of paints and things. So what I did was, all my paints are like in different places. What I do now is I've got this little sort of work tray thing here with all the little holes for paint pots. So I have my paint pots in there. They're just the colours I'm going to use. I've got my spinny thing, just the colours I'm going to use. Everything else is up on here. So instead of having all my paints up there permanently and up here, I'll just pull down the ones I know I'm going to use, and then they're just there. Because I get so frustrated because I reorganised my desk about a year ago to get more workspace and ended up with exactly the same workspace. I always tend to end up working in about this area here because all this space gets wasted, so I've had to tidy up. And so I tend to get, like Ted, all the paints I need, but everything else just... So I'm not constantly going and picking paints. I don't know. I'm trying to be organised, but it's not really working.
Yeah, my paints usually go in one of the spare drawers in the drawer sets behind me, and I keep them all in there. But fortunately, they're all full now, so they're just hanging about on the bench at the moment, awaiting the next project.
The question was, Diamond 2K Diamond Shine, how do I avoid orange peel? Haha! I can answer that. Well, I can almost answer that, because we used to use similar stuff when we were doing detailing on, you know, proper cars. The trick was, and this, because this is secondhand advice, so take it on the nose, but the trick was, and this was using U-Pol clear coat lacquers. There were some guidelines on the side of the tin as to the temperature and the curing times. And what we found was, if you didn't stick to exactly the letter of the law when it came to the temperatures and the curing times and how to apply it, you'd get things like orange peel, or you'd get solvent pop or fish eyes, where the solvents are gassing off and going up through the next level. So with any kind of clear coat like that, you've kind of got to get it exactly right. Now, I don't know the specifics for 2K Diamond Shine, so you might have to look into that, but you've got to, they'll often give you lots of instructions as, this is the temperature you want, this is the pressure you want to spray at, this is the procedure you want, here's how long you want to leave it between applications. And it's typically something like, if I remember rightly, it's very similar to where I do my pledge. It's like a thin sort of key coat, and then a heavy coat, and then another heavy coat, something like that. I'm not 100% sure, but I know with things like the 2K Diamond Shine and other clear coats like that, you have to do it exactly like the manufacturer tells you. One trick is to get it really hot, really warm. We used to get our can of U-Pol and put it in front of a space heater, this big industrial space heater that will blast out 1 billion degrees. And we'd literally just put the tin of it in front till it was like hot, super hot. And then we'd decant it, and then we'd spray it. But we're going through a spray gun, not an airbrush. So although it's kind of limited answer, I would probably say, if you're getting orange peel, it's because you're applying a coat either too thick, so you're putting too much on at once, in the same way with ammo paints. If you get the ammo by MIG acrylics, if you spray them on like a Tamiya paint, you'll get orange peel, because the top layer is curing and drying faster than the stuff underneath. And as the stuff underneath starts to dry and the top bit's already dried, it expands and contracts, and that's where you get your orange peel. So it's either going to be because it's gone on too thick in one go, or you've put a coat on top of another coat that hasn't done enough curing. So when this one's moving around, this one's drying, and this one's drying at different rates, and that's where you get the orange peel. But if it's a proper hard, real two-pack gloss coat, you should be able to sand it.
Yeah, I was just going to mention about sanding as well, because I know that some of these sort of shiny cars that these folks do, they put a coat on and then they buff it, and then they put another coat on. What could sometimes happen is that when you buff the first coat, it will leave actually a static charge. So rather than spraying straight away, you'll have a static charge that will just repel the paint, and it won't take and bond with the surface as good. So leave it a little bit and let the static go out of it, because that was always a problem when people talk about washing the sprues in water. Let them dry naturally. If you do wash sprues, let it dry naturally. don't rub it because you just build up a static charge on it. So that
No, I don't know. I don't know specifically the 2K diamond shine, but if it's anything like other lacquer clear coats, you should be able to, and you might want to test it on something spare first. You should be able to take your orange peel clear coat, let it fully cure, wet sand it. Don't start off like with 6 grit or something. You're kind of going slowly, but wet sand it, finer and finer and finer and finer till it's reasonably smooth. And then if it was a real car, you'd then machine polish it because you'd have to get all the orange peel out. So you'd have to wet sand it back to get that out and then machine polish it. The equivalent on a model would be wet sanding it and then getting a Dremel that can go very, very slowly with one of the little buffer attachments. And you can use normal automotive buffing compounds. It's the funny thing, if it's a standard sort of lacquer clear coat, you can use normal automotive polishing compounds with a slow Dremel and a buffing thing, and just so you could literally polish it like a real car. But wet sanding is the key.
Yeah, brilliant. Hopefully
I think as far as I know.
Yep, that's answered to the best of our knowledge.
Yep. It's always worth asking, even if you think we don't. I mean, Alan fairly says if it's about cars, none of us three know that much about cars, to be honest.
No.
Some little bits we do, so it's always worth asking.
Smooth just asking his question again. I'm just going back to his question about painting desert colours as well. He was on about chipping paints. What colour should he paint the colour underneath, or what colour paints? What colour chips should he do? One point I know is if you work in a desert environment, things very, very rarely rust. They're more likely fall apart than they will rust. So you don't want to chip with rust. You want to chip to the undercoat, whatever the undercoat might have been, whether it be red. Fox's hunting under his desk. Yeah, whether it be red primer or anything like that. I do a bit of research into what colour that would be under your base coat.
Yep. Adrian David asks, Fox, what's the 2 times extra shine made by, and did you say Sainsbury's? I use Pledge Floor Care Finish 2 times more shine as my utility gloss coat. However, this is US only. I actually mailed SC Johnson, the company, and said, what is the English version of this called? Because this stuff is fantastic, but it's North America only. And they said it is Pledge Multi-Surface Wax, which is still made and still sold in the UK. And they told me it's Asda and Sainsbury's are their main stockists, although other stores may have it. I have actually had a chat with Pete Mate and Gav Mate and James Mate, and I think they did dispatch Gav Mate out to see if he could find some of this, to see if they might start stocking it. So you never know. We might have it in stock at some point here. So
can't we send you into America to get the proper stuff?
Yeah, I volunteered to nip across to America and bring back a crate. I'm waiting the plane ticket. I'm waiting for the postman to turn up any time.
Yeah, if you're in the northern US, that's the stuff. Pledge Floor Care Finish 2 times more shine. It's fantastic. If you're in the UK, you can get this, but it'll have to pay import costs. But Pledge Multi-Surface Wax. If it doesn't say Pledge Multi-Surface Wax, don't use it. If you're in the US, if it doesn't say Pledge Floor Care Finish 2 times more shine, don't use it, because you've probably got a cleaning product that'll take the paint off your model. But this stuff still exists. You might have to hunt around a bit, but But I say I did plant the seed with the eModels guys that maybe they might want to stock some of these things. So they're having a look at that, because it's just handy that you're buying all your stuff. And no, I wouldn't. To answer another question before anybody asks it, no, I wouldn't use this as a final gloss coat on a model if I was making a shiny car or a shiny boat or a shiny plane. I use this purely for decals and weathering gloss coat. It's a utilitarian gloss coat. I'm not going to use my £12 bottle of aqua gloss to then cover over with weathering. It's a waste of expensive varnish. I'd rather use this that cost me like £7. And then use the expensive model making stuff, or the proper model making stuff like aqua gloss and other things, gauzy, if I want the model to be shiny at the end, like I'm making a car or a plane. So it's not replacing your gloss varnishes. It's just you can use this kind of stuff for throwaway uses, like if you need to do decals, or you're going to put a gloss coat for weathering and pin washes. It's just it's just really nice to apply.
Mm-hmm.
But if ever you mention it in conversation, you have to say 2 times more shine. And if you're making a video, you have to double it. So there you go. Any more questions? Dave said, Dave Backer, Ted,
had a problem with his thin Tamiya decals on his last build. Any advice on dealing with thin decals? Patience. That's patience.
Be careful.
If you've got thin decals, don't really want to use micro set. Just apply them with water. You can go in with the micro sol afterwards. I've found with some decals, if they're really old or really thin, don't even try using micro set because they'll just fall apart when you're trying to move them around. Just use it traditionally with water. Make sure you really squidgy them out, but then you can go with your micro sol after.
And make sure you put them directly onto the model. Don't try and pick them up and then put them on. Slide them from the paper onto where you need them to be.
Yeah, get a lot of water on the model where you want the decal to go so you can move it around. Thin ones tend to rip when, if you put a decal on a surface and you need to nudge it around and the surface isn't very wet, it sticks. So get the decal on there, get water on there so it's flooded with water and you can move it around easily. And then just very gently cotton bud it into place, or however you normally do that. Just get it into place with a cotton bud or a bit of tissue, what have you, and just be careful. But don't use solvent type stuff like Microsol or Mr. Mark's setter before it's on the model. Use the one that you put on afterwards when it's on there, just to soften it down.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, a little drop of water, just the surface tension will hold a little bubble. You can float them onto the top of it. Just float them off the top. That'll do. Then just get it in position and soak up the little puddle with a Q-tip, baby bud,
Q-tip, cotton bud.
That'll do the job.
I could make a joke about colonial cousins, but I can't suddenly cut into the Canadian national anthem like I always do. John Bennett just has a little follow-on comment too when we were talking about Alan's question about the 2K Diamond Shine. I have to admit, I can't remember if 2K Diamond Shine is actually an automotive clear coat or if it's a model making clear coat. I think it might be an automotive clear coat. But anyway, Jeff Bennett says with U-Pol, which is an automotive clear coat lacquer, he says normally he warms the cans up, then decants it into a glass jar, etc., let it degas, and then a mist coat. 10 minutes later, gloss coat, not too heavy, then another 10 minutes, and then another coat, and then leave it for a week.
Yeah. So sounds like John's used the stuff before. So,
I've got to tell you, there's nothing worst moment in any job I've ever had is when we spent like 2 weeks sanding and filling and polishing a 1949 Chrysler. This thing was massive. This thing was the size of Arkansas, big old American car. All that work we did, got the paint on, got the filler on, got the paint on, did all that, got the clear coat on. And it had loads of fish eyes and solvent because either there'd been some cellulose paint on the car and it hadn't been removed and we didn't know, or somebody had gone into the spray booth with something containing cellulose or been spraying for some reason deodorant in a spray booth where there was a car curing. Yeah, it was 3 or 4 weeks of work we had to write off. That was fun.
I've been to the chip shop. I've put fingers on it.
Yeah. Or walked in with a can of WD-40. Yeah, don't ever walk into a body shop with a can of WD-40. They'll skin you alive.
Well, we're in the first hour. You guys, your time, your chance to ask the more questions. We're doing our best to answer them. Being quite technical tonight and serious and things like that. Even with Chris with his hat on, still looking serious.
There, Chris has got his hat on. I'm getting flashbacks to Pontins again. Oh my god. 1980s Pontins used to play that song over the PA all the damn time.
Right, we want entrance for the Noblinese contest.
Yeah, Glamorous Granny.
Entrance, can you come up on the stage, please, if you want to enter the Glamorous Granny and the Noblinese. The Noblinese will be after the Glamorous Granny.
We have a question from David Williams. He says he's new to modelling. Hello, welcome. You've chosen a good place to start. What's the best weathering to try as newbie on armour? Drab green colour as base colour. That's probably the best colour to start with because you can have a lot of fun with that.
Yeah, can have a lot of fun. Drab green. Yeah, I wouldn't worry too much about pre-shading or anything like that. Just go and get your base coat on, and then have a look at doing some just a light dust. Maybe you could try some filters because it being drab green. Green would take some great filters. Just changing the colour of the panels, things like that. There's lots of YouTube videos out there tell you how to use filters. And then some dust and maybe some oil pin washes. dead easy to do.
And mud.
Go on, Chris. Sorry, say again.
Add mud. Add lots of mud.
Mud. Ted, add mud.
Ted likes mud.
Slap,
Yeah.
Slap it on. Yeah, got to slap it on. Whatever you do, just slap it on.
Yeah, I mean, olive green and olive drab are great colours to work with because they show up weathering so well. So if you're, say, doing a tank or something, if you get a chance, go and watch me and Ted when we did our admittedly 4-hour-long live build. Where
You
Ted
can watch it on fast forward.
tank. Mine was in a kind of olive drab colour, and the only weathering I did was I gave it a wash with a Citadel shade, which is basically just a wash. And then I applied some weathering powders to get a dusty dirt effect. So if you're just starting out, I'd look around on YouTube for weathering and, you know, how to do weathering and stuff for a start. But if you don't want to go into the whole hog like Ted says, just try a simple filter. You can get Ammo and AK make actual jars of filters, and you just brush them on. That's all you need to do. You could get a bit adventurous with some streaking grimes, and again, there's video showing you just put some on and brush it, and it gives you streak effects. But one of the easiest things you can do starting out is just dust and dirt, like Ted says. Get yourself some weathering powders or some Tamiya weathering pastels, and just get it on there. It's great fun.
Yeah. Instant results. You can get it finished because some techniques you have to put stuff on, leave it a day, let it go off, come back to do another layer, then do some clear coats and things like that. Don't worry about all that. Just get in there. Maybe get yourself a clear coat on first. Use some of the 2 times more shine.
2 times more shine.
Yeah, just to protect your base coat, and then start weathering. Because if it all goes wrong, because you've got your protective coat on, it'll all come off again, and you can start all over again.
Gareth Redfern sent us a cake.
Oh,
yay!
Yeah, thank you, Gareth. Happy birthday.
Can I eat it with my entire face?
DK just popped in for a few minutes. So.
Thank you, Gareth.
Hi, Kip.
Yes, I mean the other thing to keep in mind, and this isn't sounding critical, but it's the same. Whoever makes a model. If you're new to the modeling hobby, then stuff you make now, you'll look back on it in 5 years' time and you'll see a massive difference from where you started out and where you came from. So I always say, when you're doing weathering on the model and you just get into it, don't be too precious about the model you're making. Don't get all protective of it and worry if it goes wrong, because no matter how good you are, you'll screw things up. I screw things up all the time. I've had models that I've had to trash because I made a right mess of it. Don't get too precious and protective of that model. If it goes wrong, then at least you've learned that you've done something wrong. So just have fun with it. Just get in there, try different things out. Get on the YouTubes, because there's millions of videos out there how to do lots of different weathering things. I can think of at least 3 channels off the top of my head that you could watch. But moving on. But have a look on YouTube. Kind of everything you need to know you'll find on the YouTubes anyway. Lots of different people do loads of guides and things. Just have fun with it. Pick some methods that you think I could do that, and give it a go. It's all good fun. Weathering is the fun stuff because you can just make it up as you go along. There's no such thing as inaccurate weathering. It's just silly, messy fun times.
Yeah, that's the joys of an editing software program for when we're doing our videos, because we can mess it up and edit it out.
Yeah. Steve Shared Scale Model says, Fox, I can't find Solverset on the eModels website. I can't remember what Solverset is. Is that a glue or is it a...
It's a coating, isn't it, for decals?
Is it an American one? I don't think. Is it in the UK?
I don't know if they have Solverset. They can certainly drop them an email, drop them a contact. Go to the contact form on the website and ask them about it.
Or just drop an email to sales@emodels.co.uk. Even easier. I don't know if it's something they stock. I think Solverset might be US only. I'm not sure. It might not be. It's either something they've got but they haven't got any in stock, so they can get some for you, or it's something they don't stock, in which case they might be able to get it. But if not, you could try something like Microsol and Microset. If they haven't got that, they might have Mr. Mark Softer and Mr. Mark Setter, possibly from Mr. Hobby. They may have Humbrol Decal Fix. Yeah,
I think this is in answer to Dave Barker's question about the thin decals.
Oh, yeah.
Certainly, if you're looking for anything at eModels and they don't have it, drop them a mail.
People in chat are saying it's an extra strong version of the Microsol.
Yeah,
it's like a very powerful version.
I've seen Americans use it. I didn't know it was available in this country, actually, to be honest. I don't know if eModels stock it, but drop them an email. They might be able to get some. If not, though, as I say, Microsol, Microset, Mark Softer, Mark Setter, Humbrol Decal Fix, they're all kind of the same thing to different degrees. But Solverset is like industrial grade. If you've got a thin decal, it could probably eat it alive. Solverset is one of those ones where you've really got a thick old decal and a really uneven ridged surface like ribs or details, and you really need to get that on there. Solverset's like the kind of nuclear option. It's very good though.
Yeah, Tony Black says, watching YouTube taught. Just read what Tony Black says.
Is that Father Ted coming back again then?
Yeah, girls. That would be an ecumenical matter.
Yes, Steve's shared scale model says he has both Microsol and set, but he's seen someone using Solverset being used as well. Yes, it's like a super straight. Now we're talking about it. I do remember it's like an extra strong version. You might not want to take it next to onto decals unless you know they can take it, because yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I haven't got any more questions from the emails. So if you are out there and you are watching and you're desperate to get any question answered, maybe you're on a
tablet
or an iPad or iPhone or something like that and you can't get through, Ted at eModels.co.uk, fire us a question and we'll do our best to get it answered on there for you.
Oh, can I share, talking of iPhones, can I share something that I figured out today?
Well,
I didn't know this, but this is something you can do. If you're one of those people that like looks at a mobile device all day long and then has trouble getting to sleep, apart from the fact there's like iPhones, I think Android phones have like a sort of thing where it changes color throughout the day. I also read a thing today saying if you put your phone in black and white, it helps you with not staying awake all night. So I've got my phone in black and white now and it's brilliant.
Does that mean you might be asleep in 10 minutes or something?
Hey?
You'll probably be asleep in 10 minutes now.
Yeah. Surfing the entire internet in monochrome is like so retro. It's brilliant.
That's yes. So you're back to the 70s and everything's in black and white.
Yes. I just need to get the noisy soundtrack now. Speedy Q8 says Google Solverset UK. A few hits Steve shared. Not cheap though. $10.95 plus post and package. No, it's too expensive at that rate. Go for something else. Yeah, go for your Microset and Microsol. If you've got Microset and Microsol, they will deal with most decals anyway.
Yeah, Alan said just put a blue filter over your phone.
Yeah,
apparently you should go sepia.
Yeah, to make it look like night. But yeah, I sort of read it somewhere and was like, let's put my phone in black and white. And it's great. Like if you look at my title screen, it's like it just looks great in black and white. I don't know. I'm taken with it now. So
yeah.
The only thing is I can't quite tell if something's turned on or off because I can't see the green switch.
Right. I think it's about time we went and a look round at what's in store. We've been into the first hour. We're into our second hour.
So I lock it onto you, Ted Wardicus.
Yeah, lock it onto me. I'll see if I can get it.
Ted. You will now look at Ted for the next 10 minutes.
Right. Yeah. We thought that we'd have a little bit of a theme this week. I don't know if you've done this before. We might have done. Where's screen share? It's not that
We've chosen a special theme that neither of us, not any of us, know anything about.
Yep, because we don't even remember what it is.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, we don't know anything about this. For what you are about to receive, we don't know anything about.
Yeah. See, we don't just stay into. Oh, Steve shared scale model says happy birthday, by the way. Thank you, Steve.
Thank you very much.
Yes, we don't just choose things that we like. Otherwise, I'd be talking about Gundam every week. Ted would be talking about boats and tanks, and Chris would be talking about tiny things. Sometimes we choose stuff that we haven't got a clue about, and then we sound like idiots. But we'd rather show you stuff that we haven't got a clue about.
Yeah, and you lot can tell us about them because you guys know everything. You guys know all. Anyway, here we go. I'll press the share button. There we go. We're sharing now.
Inceptions. I've got a runny nose again because the camera's on.
Right, there we are. This week we're going to have a look at some motorbikes, motorbikes. Is it motorbikes or motorcycles?
Yep.
I think either one.
Wherever this is the Academy 1/10 size Harley Davidson. Now, if there's a motorbike,
just to interrupt you there, they're having a conversation in chat about I've said Gundam, so somebody's won the sweepstake. It only counts if I talk about Gundam, not just talking about Gundam.
Yeah.
So I haven't mentioned Gundam yet to talk about. So there you
go. And I don't suppose they can fiddle the sweepstake either by asking a question about Gundam, can they?
Probably not. No.
That doesn't count now. You've got to not mention it and see if I mention it. So I haven't mentioned it yet. I've just mentioning it. Anyway, carry on, Ted. Sorry.
Yeah. Motorcycles. I think the motorcycle of all motorcycles must be a Harley Davidson.
Blue. I can tell you that much.
Got wheels on it.
It's got 2 wheels. It's big. I'm not sure what style of motorbike this is. It's a classic style. But some of you experts will know what type of motorbike it's Harley Davidson it is.
Tim Bick says he loves bikes, but he hates Harley Davidsons. Harley Davidsons are kind of cliche, I suppose, aren't they?
Right, let's just have a slip down to see if it tells us anything about it. Obviously, yeah, it's a classic. It's a 1/10 scale.
Spoo, who knows his bikes, describes Harleys as tractors.
I did hear a joke about Harley Davidsons. Why do they have tassels on the handlebars?
Go on.
Just to make sure you know it's not going backwards.
I don't get it, but it's funny.
Yeah, I think the motorcyclists in the room will get that one.
You know when somebody mentions something that we're going to show in store before we've shown it in store? That just happened. I don't want to say anything because I don't want to. Carry on.
Yeah. So, if you're into motorbikes, this is a Harley Davidson to get you started with, a blue one with a brown seat for $28.79. It's discounted down for $31.99. It's 1/10 scale, so yeah, pretty big piece of plastic there to build and put on your bench.
I just realised it's 1/10 scale. That's a really unusual scale.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
Yeah.
Did we look at some classic cars a while or so back? Were they a 1/10 scale as well?
I've not seen a 1/10 scale.
Car's going to be huge.
What was the scale? What was it? Harley?
Okay, Robert Blaylock is trying to nix the sweepstake here by saying, Fox, please explain in great detail exactly what Gundam is. That doesn't work. You can't ask me to talk about it, otherwise it negates it, you see.
Right. Yeah. So the next one, we changed scale a little bit.
Yes,
so,
the next one is the menu discipline, Ted. I had the theme tune in my head to Chips as well.
Yeah, Chips. Yeah, we could.
Nobody remembers the theme to Chips apart from me.
Who remembers what the other guy was called in Chips?
Yeah, everybody remembers Poncho, played by Eric Estrada, but nobody remembers who the bland white guy was because there's nothing remarkable about the character.
Didn't he get replaced in the last season or something? I think
probably, and nobody noticed because like Eric Estrada's just a cool guy, and he's like, dude, that guy's so cool. I'm going to remember him.
Someone will put it in chat any second now. Someone will Google it.
Google it. Yeah, it's not the same if you Google it.
Dave, John, Mike, Fred. No, I thought.
Yeah, no, I do. I remember these guys who you would think that the police would sort of promote road safety and other things like that. These guys rode around in T-shirts. Yeah,
you seem to be misunderstanding the entire point of the California Highway Patrol. It's not about road safety. Like the 70s.
Yeah, well, they did always travel around on a trailer anyway, didn't they?
So that's 1/8 scale. That's another strange scale as well.
Yeah, it's very big.
Revell level 5. Revell
kind of big.
Yeah, kind of big. What scale's Action Man?
1/16th. Is he? No, not 1/16th. Is he? He's
about 12th or 10th.
1/6. I think he's a standard 1/6 scale.
Is he 1/6?
I think more or less. He had kind of short, stubby legs for a. Yeah. John. Somebody says it was John and Poncho. Yeah. John.
You could stand Action Man behind it at a bit of a distance, far away.
Scale or stand in front. Yeah, get a bit of a forced perspective going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, the movie they did a couple of years ago was awful.
R. Comsby says, "Come over to the States and talk about a guy's Harley. You will end up in a bad state." Lol.
What I did catch on TV the other day was West Coast Choppers, where the guys make some awesome
means
stuff.
Nothing to me.
But
is that one of these? Is that one of these like not quite Discovery Channel programs like Ice Road Truckers and
that sort of thing?
People that fish for crabs and things and.
Yeah, the guys always have a fallout in the workshop and end up fighting, but they love each other in the end.
Yeah,
they build some awesome motorbikes.
Lord Barkley III Toomey says the Lone Ranger will be in size with it. And now you've just done another flashback there to the Lone Ranger.
Action. Away.
I used to have a Lone Ranger. It was quite good. It was a bit mint, didn't it?
Toto. Yeah. So I'm not sure what sort of motorbike this is. It just says Revell US Police Bike. If
Yamaha or something,
if
isn't
it
it?
actually is, I don't. Yeah, that was a thing about chips, wasn't it? Everybody thought they used to ride around on Harleys, but in fact they were on something like Yamahas or something like
It was
that.
Yamaha or something. I can't remember what it was now.
Do you remember that? Oh,
Robert Blaylock says the engine is far too clean.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I think the police looked after their bikes, though, didn't they? They, you know.
Yeah,
Well,
I think when you're making motorbikes, though, I don't think weathering is the trick, really. I think when you're making bikes, they're always like built to showroom standards because that's how they look best, model bikes.
Yeah,
I think appreciate that.
Yeah, I think you're quite right there. Yeah, I think
in the chat, so I think that's probably what it was.
Kawasaki said 1000.
Yeah. Yeah.
Only
Right.
Ravel
Yeah,
could
that's
label it as a police motorbike and not actually say what it was.
yeah.
It's like saying
recognize
it's a police car. Which one?
Yeah. So if you want to build a traditional looking police motorbike, I'm sure they don't look like that in America anymore, but if you wanted to build one from Hollywood, there's the Revell 1.8 US police motorbike.
Which may or may not be a Kawasaki. We don't know. Revell don't tell us the information.
Now, this next one is one... Oh, I'll close that. This next one... Close. Yes. This next one is one that's... Which somebody might know something about. Yay! I think you know all about this one, Chris.
I've seen one of them before. Yeah.
I've seen one of them before. Well, what do you think of it? I believe you thought it was a good kit. Yeah.
I've got one behind me here, but you're locked on you, so you can't see it. So
yeah,
I can lock on Chris for a second. Hang on.
Yeah, go on. Yeah, lock it on Chris.
Chris is the only one amongst us that's actually built a motorbike.
I got a red one.
I heard that.
That's it. 1/6 scale. Tamiya 1/6 Honda CRF 1000L Africa Twin.
It is an impressive model.
It's lovely.
And I have to, give credit to the design of the model that, you've never built a motorbike before. You don't know what goes on with motorbikes, and yet you've done a fantastic job of it. So
it was like it's more of an actual almost Meccano kit. It's got so many screws and metal bits in it, but it's really nice. But yeah,
you did a fabulous job.
Thank you very much.
I shall cut back to Tedwood. But you've got to mention, got to be said for such a complex kit, for somebody who's never done bikes before to do a really good job of it.
And the other parts of it will be available on eModels soon.
Yes, when I manage to activate the episode. I think we're up to part 8 now, aren't we?
I think 7 went up, didn't it? So yeah, 8 and 9 to go. Yeah.
I think we've just done the front. You labelled it the front.
The front.
Which is not really very technical, but...
Well, it's not the back. We did the back before. So.
Is it the front, the back?
So was the option to do it red, was that a choice of decals or was it paint? Or
yes, it comes with a choice of 2, assuming it's the same, it looks like the same kit, but comes with a set of 2 decals. You can do the red, which is pictured there, or the white, which are the tricolour one, which is pictured on the front of the box. Yeah, it gives you full instructions of how to do whatever. There are differences to doing them both. The hubs, the rims of the wheels, and the suspension, all that are actually different colours between the two as well. But the instructions cover everything and tell you exactly what you need to paint when you need to paint it as well. It's quite nice.
A few people have commented on the price of the kit, but you have to keep in mind this is kind of one of the sort of Tamiya premium kits. It's one of their like museum quality showcase kits. And
it's huge.
Yeah, it's 1/6 scale. So the complexity in this kit is well worth the money you pay for it. It is one of those kits.
Well, I have the box here still.
Hang on, let me just unlock it again.
Go back to Chris.
It's not a small kit.
So we know it's at least 6 centimeters long, the box.
It's big. I mean, it's lots of bits and huge and massive and yeah.
It's
you won't be disappointed when it comes from the door.
Yeah, I mean, it's important to keep in mind that it's one of those sort of premier kits. You'll always get a kit of a bike at 20 quid and another kit at a couple of hundred quid. It's just because it's a prestige sort of level kit. It's one of those kits that you'd save up for and really treasure once you built it. And watching Chris make it, it's damn impressive. And I don't even like motorbikes, and even I was impressed. I was like, yeah, that's kind of mint. I like that.
Yeah, I think you've got to judge the amount of time you spend on it as well. I always say this about like the submarine. It's the amount of time that if you equate the amount of time that you spend on that particular kit to the amount of time you would spend on, say, 5 other kits, by the time you put all the 5 kits together and price them all up, it would probably be about the same price as this motorbike.
Yep.
Yeah.
Smooth says they actually designed it so that Chris could actually fit on the bike.
Yeah, he's now riding it to work.
Quite nearly, not quite, but yeah.
Yeah, he can't quite get his leg over it. It's too high. He's got to drop the seat.
Yeah. Scott Sutherland says, why do Harleys have so many chrome parts? So you can find them when they fall off. Scott, don't ever go to America, obviously.
Any American bikers watching this, I think they don't let them know where we live. I'm moving house. I'm not telling you.
Yeah. Vincent and Mr. Less Model Making know that my stash is above my desk. Says, Fox, you glanced at the Yamato when you said prestige kit, didn't you? Maybe a little bit. Not the most expensive kit, though. It's not the most expensive one that I've got. What's my most expensive kit?
Are we back to me, or are we still on Chris?
No, still on you. No.
Yeah. I was just looking at the rest of this kit as some of the detail, zooming in on some of the detail and such. Yeah, exquisite detail. You can actually make the lights work in this a bit. Could you? Is it possible to make the lights work?
It doesn't come with lighting kit, but there is room. I'm sure anyone that knows what they're doing could easily light it. Yeah,
that'd be a pretty cool thing to do. Yeah, so there's a rear drive train.
There is an add-on kit for it with a real chain as well, apparently.
Yeah, we've got that. Let's just finish these pictures and we'll go to that. Yeah, so lots of detail, bags of detail. Yeah, there's the decals that you spoke about. Right, the colour schemes and the box. And as you just said, if you wanted to go that extra mile, you can actually buy a Tamiya 1/6 link type motorcycle chain to go with it. Looks like,
that's just verging on insanity there now, basically.
Yeah, I think you've got to quite hate yourself to want to do that, but it would be impressive. But the wheel's still not going to turn. So,
the engine won't work.
No, it's still not going to. Yeah. It adds a certain sag to it, and everything makes it look authentic. But
well, with some working lights and a sound card in it, a sound chip, something like that, you can make it sound and work. Yes, make you think it could work. Yeah, so that's the Tamiya 1/16 African Safari.
Simon D says, why did Tamiya give you masks that you have to cut out? That's the one thing that did slightly disappoint me about the kit, in that the painting masks that they give you are just printed on a sticky paper that you have to actually cut along the line. Yeah,
which negates the point of having a pre-printed mask, because you've got to not mess up the cutting part.
So that's that one. And the last motorcycle that we're looking at today, for you motorcycle fans out there, is the Kawasaki Ninja.
Kawasaki Ninja. We were going to have a joke and have just a blank picture and say it's a Ninja. You can't see it. What?
Yeah. Maybe you can't hear it coming. This I take it is a race bike. I know that there are the Ninja is also a road bike. Whether this one's it's got numbers and things on it, whether it's done up as a race track racer, I'm not too sure. You guys out there will know better than we do.
Somebody's mentioned Street Hawker, and now I've got the entire opening monologue. This is just an ex-motorcycle cop injured in the line of duty. Now he's a police troubleshooter.
I don't remember the name of the guy that ran his back office, though.
Yeah. What I was saying earlier on about somebody mentioned, I think Alan mentioned a Ninja. It's not a Ninja, so I knew we were doing the Ninja. I don't know what Ninja is, but...
Oh, well, it says Ninja.
Simon D says World Superbikes.
Right. That's probably what it is. They do a series of motorcycle races, so it's probably the World Series motorcycles that they've chosen. Yeah, that looks the engine bits, a bit of bluing. If you want to try some bluing on your exhaust and things like that, I'm pretty sure it won't come like that. That's down for you to do, but you guys will know how to do that. Whatever that is, that's another bit.
Part. I can definitely confirm that is a part of a motorbike.
Yeah, that's a motorcycle bit.
Watching, because he's not said anything, but I'm sure he mentioned the Ninja. So I was quite happy that we actually had it on the playlist.
Yeah,
the playlist isn't the word.
Some twisty grippy things.
Where's the stereo and the
where's the ashtray?
Yeah, where's the ashtray? Where's the drinks holder?
But yeah, I can see that Tamiya sort of tried go the extra mile.
Smooth says Olin's rear shocks.
Well, they must be front shocks then. Yeah.
See that? Look. Tim Bick says MotoGP are mainly custom jobs, not road type.
Right. Yeah. Well, these look like the front shocks.
It's the wheel. Is that a wheel? It might be a wheel.
See what I did there with a technical term? Front shocks. Sound like I know what I'm talking about. Yeah. And a brake pipe.
Smooth says front forks, Ted, not front shock. We don't.
That's a shock, isn't it? That's a shock.
We like to do stuff we know nothing about sometimes because we come across sounding like idiots. But you guys can tell us all the things we need to know. Charles says copper bits.
Copper bits. Yeah, I know that's a brake pipe.
You say that, you're now doubting it.
And a speedo. Speedo. The on-off. There's that red bit there. That's the on-off switch.
Yeah, MotoGP is bike Formula One, says Scott.
Right. Yeah. See, sport. Yeah, totally. Yeah. It's a Kawasaki, by the way. It's Kawasaki.
Yeah, we know that much. Woohoo!
But there's the Kawasaki Ninja, sponsored by Bridgestone, Elf, and whoever else it says on there. Yeah.
Kawasaki.
So that's how. Yeah, there we go, guys. Right.
It's the kill switch,
not an on-off switch.
Well, it's sort of the off switch, but yeah.
Yeah, I saw the off switch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, I'll stop sharing the screen.
Marvel at our complete lack of any kind of knowledge about these things.
Yeah, we do hope you enjoyed that.
Ted, you've gone off to one side there, mate.
Yeah. Right. There we go.
We're seeing behind the scenes there. In a secret place.
Right. Yeah. What else do we do now? Right, we just take it easy now, don't we? Till
normally Ted's gone out of focus. It's all good. All is good with the world.
Yep.
Yes.
Ted does the screen share, comes back out of focus. That's how things work.
Yeah. Got to be consistent, you see. Right.
Yeah. So it's really good fun. I don't know anything about motorbikes, and I never will. But
TK is a fast chainsaw. Yeah, Kawasaki do make chainsaws. Right, MotoGP, custom job. Right, I'm catching up on the chat now. Sorry. Yeah,
don't forget, everybody asks us lots of questions in chat because we're desperate for content. We're just gonna be honest about it.
I must admit though, I did attempt a motorbike once a few years ago. I had a 125. It was like an airbrush. It was a Chinese knockoff, Chinese copy.
Was it a Kawasaki?
I was never can't pronounce it. But,
Yamaha.
Yeah, it was quite a nice little bike. But yeah, it was all right.
Dave Parker says, "See, we knew Ted was in a studio set."
The wall just stops.
Yeah, if I slam the door, the walls wobble.
If the camera went around much more, we'd see the crew.
Coming in, TK.
TK's off to bed. Night, TK.
Bye.
Yeah. Catch up with you again sometime.
Right.
Yeah. Mr. Law says, shame Ted, you drove a Chinese monkey copy, did you? I did, yeah. It was a Chinese copy. I can't remember what it was a copy of, but yeah, it just fell to bits. It was a sack of poo. That's right, yeah. Yamaha. Right. Right. Questions, folks. Over to questions for you, and we'll do a few giveaways in a moment.
Yeah, we've got no questions, so we just do the giveaways.
Yeah, do the giveaways. Yeah, we'll do some giveaways, then we'll turn it off.
Yeah, should we do some silly stickers and cups and things?
Yes, why not? I've got some stickers to give away. I'll just pick this up. Oh, it's annoying me.
You said give away stickers and Ted's going to hide.
Yeah.
I remember if you do win something, it goes away.
If you win something, if you actually want to receive it, make sure to send Ted an email with your name and address. Otherwise, you ain't receiving nothing.
Yeah.
Smooth, we do need to do last week's giveaway as well. We have a winner, don't worry.
Yeah, we do have a winner. Yeah. But it works for me if you don't want it. Yeah,
Sergeant Bones says peanut butter and onions, and that just sounds disgusting because peanut butter. Yeah.
Peanut butter and onions. Oh no.
No, peanut butter. Onions are good. Peanut butter, no. To quote President Bartlett, no.
Griff. Yeah, Griff. Your stickers are on the way. They are in the post. I promise. Yeah, the check is in the post. Right, where we at?
What we doing? Stickers?
Stickers. And there could be a special limited offer of the Ammo stickers as well. Not many days left.
Have you got an envelope big enough?
Die großen Sticker gefallen.
No, they come rolled up in an elastic band. That's how I get them. Otherwise,
It's limited resources because it requires a bigger envelope.
Yeah, it is because I have to go down the post office, buy the envelope, go back, put it in the envelope, go buy the stamp, go back, put the stamp on, then get it to the post box. So
we've had this conversation, Ted. You know they sell stamps and envelopes in the post office, and you can post it at the post office at the same time. You can stand there and write out the address on the envelope. They won't kick you out.
You can't get near the bench for people. Granny's writing the pension slips out.
This is Cumbria, remember, I suppose.
Or people wanting. Can I have a pig license, please? Can I have a pig license?
Tim Bick says, "Oh, by the way, Fox, nice beard trim. Thank you. I went to my little Turkish barber and he did some little Turkish barbering, trim the sides down a bit. It's an ongoing project. He's letting me grow. He's leaving the front so I can grow the moustache out. So
I go to the Turkish barbers and I come out feeling like I've been assaulted.
I got the proper cut for a razor and everything around the top, and I even got a nice cup of Turkish tea, which was delicious.
And did they give you the flames around the ears and things like that, and then a neck rub and a stretch of your arms out?
Yeah. Philly, Shadowland Scale Model says, "Did you get any Captain Fawcett's Gentleman Stiffener, Fox?" No. The problem with any kind of product to make your moustache, like wax and stuff, is the moment you have a cup of tea or coffee, it's ruined. So.
Straw.
We're going to see what it does by itself. I can't sit and drink coffee through a straw. It's the most mean thing ever. Try drinking a pint through a straw. It's the same idea.
Yeah, you get drunk faster through a straw, did you know?
Yeah.
Changing the subject, we've got a question from David Williams. He says, screen wash as an airbrush cleaner, yes or no? He's been advised that UMP cleaner is good, but does screen wash work?
Never tried it.
It doesn't really work. It's sort of do as a temporary measure, and whilst you're waiting for your proper airbrush.
It would work to a degree, wouldn't it? But
it will work to a degree.
Paint, but
yeah,
you don't know what's in it. I mean, a lot of people only use like deionized, demineralized water in their airbrush, because if you use tap water in an airbrush, tap water contains various minerals that over time can do harm to your airbrush. But most people just don't care because it takes a long time. With screen wash, you never actually know what's in it. Yes, it's probably got isopropanol in it or isopropyl alcohol, which is what you can clean your airbrush with if it's solvent safe. Yes, it's probably got other things in there as well, but you don't know what else is in there. And when it comes to an airbrush, if you spent all the money on an airbrush, you don't want to stick something through it that you don't know what it is. Yeah. So I'd err on the side of caution and just stick to, if it's solvent safe, isopropyl alcohol. If it's not solvent safe, airbrush cleaner or the thinners you use for your paints. You can, but in America, there's a window cleaning product called Windex, which has ammonia in it.
Yeah, that's a secret. I think that's a secret. It needs to have ammonia in it, or at least something like that.
You used to be able to use Windoline in this country, but Windoline now has vinegar, not ammonia, so it's no use at all. It's perfect for getting rid of if you've used, for example, Pledge Forker finish 2 times more shine, or your multi-surface wax, because they are broken up by ammonia.
Yep.
So, but you can't get Windoline with ammonia anymore.
Yeah, you'll find all over the internet people saying that they make this formula up, and they've got lots of different formulas and things like that, and to make up their own airbrush. But by the time you've done all that, for the price of it, you might as well just go out and buy some UMP airbrush cleaner.
Yep. I've got the one I use quite a lot of is the Medea airbrush cleaner.
Yeah.
The UMP are the best ones out there.
Any purpose-made airbrush cleaner is going to clean your airbrush.
Yeah. But if you know that your airbrush is solvent safe, just go to the local chemist and buy a litre of isopropyl alcohol. That stuff will take care of anything.
Yeah. Yeah. So
anyway, we're giving stuff away, Ted, weren't we?
Yeah, we were. Yeah. What were we giving away? Stickers. Yeah. Stickers. Stickers. If you want a sticker, you can win a sticker, and you've got to answer our question. Or a question. I actually have a question that's been sent through from Dave Barker.
My God. Remember, folks, this is just for the guys in chat. So if you're watching this on the eModels website, in the live player, click on the little YouTube icon on the bottom right-hand corner. We'll stall for a minute that will take you to the YouTube page where you've got the chat. You can join in the chat. Remember, don't answer the question until whoever asked the question says go, because we'll ignore any answers before we say go. So you have to wait.
And
wait until Ted says go.
Yeah, and it is the first answer that we see, because your chat is weighted to you. You'll see your comment before anybody else's.
Yeah, we'll see your comment. We'll see the actual first comment in order. You guys.
And if it's Dave's question, Dave's not allowed to answer it.
Yeah.
But, that's the point. Yes, Dave, you can't answer it because you answered the question. You asked the question.
We will send Dave some stickers for posting the question. So if you want a sticker next week and guarantee of getting one, send us a question with the answer. And then if your question gets used, we'll send you some stickers as well.
Yeah, do make sure to include the answer with the question, otherwise we'll be a bit knackered.
Yeah, that's good. Right, so Dave's question is...
this is for a sticker, folks. Remember, don't go till it says go.
I know Dave said it was for a mug, but we'll use it for a sticker, because we'll come to the mug later. Oh, this question is Tamiya Paint X27. What colour is it? Go.
I've already forgotten. No, I haven't. I remembered now. I forgot until I remembered. So, what colour is was it X27?
27.
Now you might have some on your shelf. You might have.
Everybody is now on Google.
The eModels website.
People are just guessing.
Yes. Yeah. Bang! There we go. Chris Henderson says.
Chris Henderson, clear red. Yeah, there, Chris.
Chris Henderson, well done.
Like some clickers, stickers.
Send an email to ted@emodels.co.uk with your name and address.
I've got your address somewhere, Chris, but send it anyway.
Yep.
People are still guessing.
Yep.
X27.
Well, do put down what you won, because we'll forget.
Yeah. I think I've got your address somewhere, Chris.
I won that 300 quid motorbike kit. Because we didn't give that away. We'll remember that.
Right. Yep. So there's so the limited edition sticker, ammo sticker, will be on its way to you, Chris.
Okay, I've got a question. I've got a question for you. Got to do it for a sticker.
Yeah, we'll do another sticker.
Okay. This is a dumb question. Dumb question.
All that question. Just like the rest of them.
Now remember, you can't go till I say go. This is my keyring. And on my keyring, I have 2 keys. Front door and back door. Which one is that one? Go.
That's your car key.
Oh, it's a 50-50 chance.
Yeah. So the front door or back door, which one is it? There, bang. Bobbington Watt says back. Straight in. There you go. To the back door key. Don't try it. And then 3 million comments come in.
You know, you just showed your key on the internet. People are going to freeze that frame and cut it out and break in.
Yeah, but the beauty of it is you still need to know where my back door is. And also, there's other doors.
It's around the back, obviously.
Yeah,
and I might be lying. There's also that possibility.
Yeah, the postcode
for sent an email with your name and address and what you want.
Yeah,
was that
and also
a sticker? I can't remember.
Yeah, it was a sticker.
That's a sticker.
Yeah, and if you put a comment as well, it's Fox's prize I want. Yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah.
I want Fox's sticker.
Says not fair, I'm colourblind. The key to my heart says Trot and Chard. Shut the back door says Steve Shed. The key to Fox's back door says Tim Bix with a horrified look. Servant's entrance said someone says Tony Black.
Key to time, Trot and Chard.
Some of you wasted precious time by typing the word door. You could have just said front or back. You see. You've got to play smart. You can play, but you've got to play smart.
Vincent says Fox probably only shows that because he's got 10 dead bolts on the inside as well.
Yeah. There's also a whole lot of stuff in front of the back door. If you came in, you'd fall over. We'd all wake up and beat you senseless. So.
And there's also spiders living in the Christmas tree.
Yeah. There's also it's one of those doors where there's a knack to it. And if you don't know the knack, everyone in the house will know you're trying to get in the back door before you even got in the back door.
Oh, you've got to turn it 13 degrees and then back the other way and then...
Yeah, pray to the god of not falling over and shin high tables.
Hit it 3 times at the top and then twice at the bottom.
And then if you don't get it right, there's a big ball that rolls down the alley chasing you.
Yes. Also, watch out for the Panthers. There you go.
I thought they were at the front door.
Shh. I'm trying not to give everything away. Shut up. No, we don't put them at the front door because then where would the little man from the takeaway deliver all the delicious foods? Yeah, you see. Right, I think should we do Chris do a question for a mug then, Tedward?
Yeah, Chris can do it. Yeah, we'll let Chris do some work tonight.
I'll have a look around.
Yeah.
Remember, it can be something silly, Chris. It doesn't have to be something serious.
Because it was going to be something serious.
Like, literally, I just looked down and saw 3 things, 2 of which I don't want to show on camera, and one was my keys. So.
You've got your trousers on again?
Yeah, I've got my trousers on. I wasn't looking down that far.
Okay.
I can't see all the way down there.
Okay. Right. Okay. I've been building the mini Falcon. What colour did I paint it? What colour is it primed in now?
You have to say go.
Go.
So what colour is it primed in?
Everybody's fingers are poised over the
going to rewind and watch it back.
They're all poised between rewinding it.
Michael Brown is correct with black.
Yep, there you go, Michael Brown. Was it Michael Brown? Yes.
Yep.
Go for it. It was primed in.
It wasn't grey. It's not grey. It's black. Sorry.
Was it UMP black?
Why is it always difficult?
It's UMP matte black. Yep.
Jolly good. So, Michael, send Ted an email, ted@emodels.co.uk, and tell him you won a mug, and we'll send you a mug.
Yay.
And there's something I forgot to show, by the way, earlier on. You know how we said that Chris is the only one of us that's made a motorbike? I lied. I'm making a motorbike.
Ooh.
Oh, the wrong side. I'm making it's my Space Marine motorbike. So I'm making that. I've got a little Space Marine that goes on it. I've just got to paint it. I've only primed it. How would you like a front wheel that thick, Smooth?
Oh, you won't fall off it.
You'd never fall off it.
I think Michael Brown might have been cheating when he guessed the colour because he didn't watch it earlier. He's actually watched my build video of it.
Even better, if I put the front cowling on, then you get like 2 heavy bolter guns on the front. So that'd be an even better. Imagine that going through traffic, so maybe 2 massive guns on the front. You'd be like, get out of my way, you great big numpties. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, Griffin J says Judge Dredd, and that's what I thought when I looked at it. I thought it was a Lawbringer.
Nah, it's a Space Marine space bike. I don't know what it's called. You must be 8 feet tall to ride this. Literally, the Space Marines are 8 feet tall. So I have done motorbikes, so I do know what I'm talking about. I know everything about motorbikes now. I don't.
Now, what we've looked at, we've identified the stop switch and a brake pipe and a Kawasaki sticker. So we're getting there.
Yes, this Kawasaki motorbike sponsored by Elf and Kawasaki. Yeah. Kawasaki motorbike sponsored.
We're getting there. Yeah, we can use these guys in the chat to educate us. This is an education on a Monday night. That's why they come along, to be educated.
That's why I come along.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Tony Black says he found an open Citadel motorbike in a charity shop for 99p. You should do it because that pack of 3 motorbikes is 20 quid. You should have got it. More Dakar, says Sergeant Bones. Sergeant Bones is, of course, is richtig with more Dakar. Dakar being the operative word.
Kill switch.
Kill switch. Not stop switch. Kill switch.
Stop switch.
Everybody's talking about 2000 AD and Judge Dredd. That was not my intention. Should we talk about Warhammer?
Right. Ah, good. Right. I've got the emails from Chris.
Embarrassing confession. What?
And I've got the email from Philip. So we'll get the stickers off to you when I can remember to put them in the post.
Says, Fox, your German word for the day is Motorrad. The only motorbike related word I know in German is Kettenkraftrad, which was a mobile thing with tracks on it.
Yeah, which
so
one?
Motorrad.
And a motorbike front and tracks. How did he steer that?
Very well, thank you.
I can't get over the what the motorbike front end achieved. How did it work? Because surely the tracks, unless they were steered, would override whichever way.
Probably sort of linkage. There'll be
must be leaning and stuff, isn't it?
Yeah. Ted, you've gone all the way to Hollywood Vaseline lens now.
Oh, I haven't been anywhere.
You ready for your close up now, Mr. DeMille? There we go.
Right. Yeah. So it is the camera. It's obviously not. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Well said, Fox. Top note, says Sergeant Bones. He likes when I try and speak German. You should hear it when I try and speak Dutch. It's embarrassing. Ted, Mr. Vincent says, Vincent, who often answers these questions on technical matters for all kinds of vehicles, says
it could be our technical advisor.
Yeah, Ted, there is linkages. I said linkages.
You did.
My favourite word, linkages, is right now. Anyway, there are linkages in the front end, and the front wheel actually helped it bite when coming at speed.
See, it's called the front. He says it's called the front.
Yeah, right. I said linkages, and I've got no technical knowledge of anything, and I assumed there'd be a linkage.
Well, Beyond Hope said, Ted, the front handlebars activated clutches in either track. That's even getting more technical.
Yeah. What? Tim Bix says a kettenkrad is a mobile unlucky fried kitten cooker. I'm just chuffed that I said linkages and did linkages.
See, I can sleep tonight knowing that I've gained more knowledge today.
Same as the skidoo, Ted. How do they steer them? The front ski is on a on the wheel. You turn the front ski and that pulls it around. I think the back skis might be done as well.
Right, yeah, clever stuff. Them Germans.
Somebody I think asked a question about UMP primer. Philly says the UMP primer is the same as Ammo One Shot and Badger Steinal Res, just rebranded. Yes, they're all exactly the same product. Yeah, Ammo One Shot, not the other Ammo primers. Ammo One Shot. Ultimate Modeling Products, Ultimate Primer, and Badger Steinal Res. They're all the same thing. They're all awesome. You need them in your life.
Yeah. Our Comsby said you can't get 2 times more shine in the UK, and we can't get UMP primer in the States. So I think that prompted the Badger.
Yeah, I think you can get it in the States, but not a lot of places yet. But just look for Badger Steinal Res. It's a nightmare to write down. It's the worst name of a product ever, but it's a brilliant product. It's the same stuff. Right,
Speedy Q said check the Tank Museum Bovington videos for details of them working. Yeah, speaking about the
what details of the people at the museum working?
Yeah,
a cup of tea. I moved the tank a bit, and then I sat down for the rest of the day, and then I went home. That's my day at the museum. That must be the easiest job ever working at the Bovington Tank Museum because you don't do anything. It's not like you're gonna have to keep cleaning the tanks because they're just built out of cliffs. They're built out of continental plates. They're not going to fall apart.
What did you do at work today, dear? Stood next to a tank.
Yeah.
Right. Yes. Yeah.
Should we do last week's winner then, Tedward?
Oh, I forgot all about that. I'll have to do a screen share again.
You're having that long, far away tree look in your face.
There must be something else we haven't done 2 hours yet.
Yeah.
Right, I'll do a screen share. So
I'll lock it up
to show last week's guys.
Yes. Just to clarify, the thing with the UMP primer, UMP and Ammo One Shot are relabeled Badger Steinal Res. They have a license to relabel them. So all 3 of them are Badger Steinal Res. Anyway, yes. Mucky Pup, I like this.
Mucky Pup.
I'm excited to get this kit just to have fun.
Yeah, I'm really looking. I really want to build a Scamble.
I'd be I'd kind of get it all, and I'd just build the outer shell and not really make much effort on the interior, and just be like, no, because I'm going to cover it in all the mud, so I don't care.
It's like a Jeep that we had as a giveaway a few weeks ago, wasn't it? That was another example that you could have done in lots and lots of mud, just to slap it on.
Yep.
Yeah, slap it on. Get your mud, get the kit, and get some MIG mud packs. Mud packs, yeah, sounds like a women's product, doesn't it? Get some mud effects, and you'll be in your element with this. This is the
pastels and powders and dry brushing going on. Mess,
lots of it, and you don't even need to do it as a military vehicle. You could do it as lots of them were converted to recovery vehicles, log haulers.
If you watch an episode of Heartbeat, there'll be at least 3 of these in the background somewhere.
Yeah,
you could do a Heartbeat reproduction diorama.
Cracking cracking wagon. Yeah, anyway, the winner for this, they just had to leave a comment on the chat last week. I don't know if the winner is with us today, but the winner is comment number 39. And
The winner.
it
Do you want
is...
a drum roll?
Yeah, well, we always pause for effect.
Oh, that's true. It's
I don't think
ITV
the chat's
drum
paying
roll.
any attention at the moment, but
Yeah, we always have to pause for effect. So the winner is comment number 39 is Wayne Clarkson.
Oh, I was going to do a tune then. Say again.
Beat you to it. Wayne Clarkson, if you're with us tonight, hold your hand up, give us a wave. Yeah. You can stand up, come to the front of the class and receive your prize.
Yeah. Send an email to eModels.co.uk.
And say
name and address and say what you won so we can remember, or the guys in the shop can remember what the hell they're sending you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's it. Because we give lots of stuff away, we can't always remember who's doing
So
what.
well done, Wayne Clarkson. Jolly good. Make sure to send us a
nice
picture of that with all the mud and filth and dirt and filth and mud and dirt. And filth.
Yeah, get it built. Don't leave it on the shelf.
Yes.
Terms and conditions of winning an eModels giveaway is you've got to get it built. Can't leave it on the shelf.
Yep, doesn't go in your stash. Got a question from Phil East. Any tips for painting a Darth Maul 28mm mini? Got me one for Crimbo and not sure how to approach the face paint. Yeah, dead simple. Use Citadel paints because they're the best for brush painting, and get yourself a couple of Winsor & Newton Series 7 double and triple O brushes. You'll have great fun.
Do the red first, then the black.
Yes, do the red first. And you want, I could tell you, I'll tell you right now, you want Mephiston red. Mephiston, I can tell you exactly. Mephiston red is a base colour. Then Agrax Earthshade. Then a layer colour of Evil Sun Scarlet. Then go back and do the black bits with Abaddon Black and an edge highlight of Eshin Grey.
I thought Ted was the one who was the fresh tones expert.
No, but I've watched Duncan do so many different things that I know every like red and black combination now. Black is always a black and Eshin Grey. Mephiston red is always Evil Sun Scarlet. So it will be great fun to paint. It won't be easy. It's challenging, but I've learned painting these little guys, which I think are 28mm as well. And they won't come out on camera at all. But the trick with painting a little tiny figure is not a question of skill. It's not a question of how good at you are painting things. It's not a question of that at all. It is 100% dependent on the brush and the paint. And the trick is, Duncan says it all the time, thin your paints. He's actually right. You want to use a little bit thinner than normal. So thin the paints a little bit. Don't just get a brush and a paint and go bleh. Thin the paints and get some good brushes, like really fine. For the faces, you want some really fine double O and triple O brushes, like the Winsor & Newton Series 7. I've fallen in love with mine. I'm absolutely adoring making them. I painted, I can find it. I painted a little bit that goes on the side of my, if I can pick it up, little bit that goes on the side of my Stormwolf, and it's just a chain. You won't see it on camera. It's a chain with like some wolf tails and some teeth and some little stone talismans and things. Doesn't come out on camera, but all the tails have got dry brushing and color changes. The teeth have got like brown to white. With a fine brush, you can have a whale of a time. Thin your paints and get a good brush. For the rest of the figure, where it's like, you know, all the clothing stuff, you can use a bigger brush. But don't worry, don't get it precise the first go. Go from, if he's mostly red, paint the red first. Then paint all the other details. And if you paint a bit and you go wrong, just go back with the other colour and touch it up. Just have fun with it. There you go.
Painting figures.
Yes.
Yeah, I've certainly been developing my figure painting with this submarine and lots of other things. So yeah. Tim Bix says Ashes to Ashes is on the telly.
It's not Life on Mars, though, is it?
Yeah. Fire up the Quattro.
It's not Life on Mars. It's good, but it's not as good.
Yeah, love to build a Quattro. Somebody was asking this last week? Is there a Quattro about? Somebody was asking about sort of.
There's a Tamiya 124th Quattro. It's an old kit. I made it many, many years ago. It's silver plastic, so it looks like a silver Quattro. Yes, I didn't paint it.
Yeah, like nice little car. There's the first 4x4 road car, wasn't it?
It was the first 4x4 rally car because I watched. I think it said Top Gear then. Going back to using brushes, yeah, Vincent and Mithila says using too small a brush can have the opposite effect, by the way, and be less precise. Yes, if you're painting like a whole figure, use a big brush. If you're doing like little face details, sometimes a small brush is great. If he's painting the little straight lines of Darth Maul's pattern, then using a base brush or layer brush might be a bit too big, so use a very small brush for those bits. For painting the red part, just painting it all red, you can use a bigger brush for that. Dave Wiseman Marcus says Twiglets.
Oh, can't stand them. No.
Love them.
Yep, Twiglets. Yep.
You can combine nationalities and get some Twiglets and some guacamole and have a great old time.
No, can't do Twiglets. No, they're a bit like pretzels. Can't do pretzels either.
You remember back in the old days, Ted, when you were young shavers of lads, and you used to get a pack of dates, and you'd have dates down either side and then a plastic twig in the middle. Did the twig serve any purpose? Because I don't remember it ever being able to pierce dates. We used to get them packs of dates that were like that shape, and you'd take it and they'd be like...
Dates, they're like vegetables, aren't they? I don't eat them.
I think it's like some kind of animal. I don't know. It's like a kind of little creature of some sort. What kind of insect?
If it's meaty, that'd be right, yeah.
Yeah, some kind of insect.
If it doesn't come off an animal, I wouldn't know about that.
Mooge mentioned haggis, and now I'm actually really, really hungry. Haggis.
Oh, yeah, haggis. It's Burns night at weekend. This weekend. Hey. Pipe the haggis in. We should have, for our birthday edition, we should have come in kilts as a tribute to Burns.
Hey, what a gift the gifty gives to see ourselves as others see us. Hey. You're gonna address the haggis for us then, Fox? Yes, address the haggis. Ted at eModels.co.uk. The people saying about the dates thing, it was a fork, but when I was a kid, it was like a white plastic twig, and it never seemed to have the ability to stab anything. It was just kind of twig shaped, and you'd be like, well, I used to just play with it. I didn't actually know what dates were when I was a little kid. I thought it was some kind of animal. I really did think it was like some kind of meat. I didn't realize it was a fruit.
Adrian David says Marmite and cheese on toast.
Oh yeah, a bit for that, with some Worcester sauce on it as well.
No, I could do the cheese on toast with the Worcester sauce, but not the Marmite. No, I'm afraid.
I'll tell you what you're going to think is disgusting, but actually works really well. And I only know by accident because I did it by accident. Make a Marmite sandwich, but also put Nutella on it at the same time. I know it sounds really weird, and it is, and I should be ashamed, but it's actually really nice. Like Marmite and Nutella together.
No.
Try it before you accuse me of heresy. Try it.
Yeah, I don't like Nutella, so no.
How can you not? How can you?
No. Marmite, yes, but Nutella.
You have him on the show again. You don't like Nutella.
Peanut butter, no. It's just no.
I knew there was a reason I didn't like you. You don't like Nutella.
Right, what else have we got to do? We're getting near the time, aren't we?
We've done everything.
We've done the giveaways. We've done last week's winner. Please remember to send Ted an email, otherwise we can't send you anything. And please remember to say what you've won. Obviously.
Yeah. Right. It's about 2 hours.
On cheese on toast. Ooh.
Looks like we've got 2 hours.
Lewis is with me on the subject of Nutella.
Phil Lewis is weird as well.
Nutella.
Both banned.
Yep.
I'm going to turn your microphone off. Remember, I have control this time while Ted's on his laptop, so I'm going to turn your microphone off, and you can sit in your corner and think about what you've done. Consider what you've done.
Right,
Marmite is made from a product of brewing beer, says Tony Black. Of course.
Yeah, it is. Apparently, it is the
yeast extract. No, that's yes, it's a yeast extract.
Yeah, it's a sort of byproduct of booze, isn't it?
Yeah. Smooth says Nutella and flesh tones. Ted will like that one.
No. No, Nutella. No.
Ham and cheese sandwich toasted with extra cheese, says Adrian David.
Oh yeah, I could do that. Ham and cheese, and
slice of tomato.
Chili sauce.
Oh yeah,
ham, cheese, and chili sauce toasted.
Can we stop this because I'm getting hungry?
Yeah, I'm getting really, really hungry. Cockles on toast, says Bobbington what? I've actually been cockling in Morecambe and gone onto Morecambe Bay and not disappeared into the sand.
You're not allowed back there now.
No, I've been out into the bay. I've harvested cockles. I've taken them home, put in a pan, and cooked them. I got so many that after the first 7 or 8, I'm like, yeah, I feel sick now. I can't eat cockles ever again. So we had like 3 billion cockles we never ate.
Have you been winkling though? Have you been winkling?
No, I've been cockling. I've still got the thingy order. I can't go winkling. Got the Asmo order.
Yeah, used to go down the rocks and do a bit of winkling.
Nah,
take them over, sit with it, boil them up, sit with a pin, clean them all out.
Nah, cockling I've done. Cockling in Morecambe Bay, great fun. You have to make sure you're someone that knows where not to stand because you.
Yeah, have you been treading? Treading's an art in Morecambe Bay as well.
Treading? What's treading?
Treading. It's when you often when the tide goes out, it leaves huge, enormous pools of seawater, trapped seawater in hollows, and in that trapped seawater is fish, usually plaice, that lie on the bottom. And to go treading, you take your shoes and socks off, and you walk slowly through the water until you tread on a fish.
All right.
And then you stand on it, bend down, pick it up, and you caught yourself a fish.
What's for tea tonight? Squashed fish. Excellent.
Yeah, treading. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I'd be that. Knowing what Morecambe Bay like is for, suction. I don't think I want to walk into a deep pool like that.
I know most of the coastlines, it's probably not hygienic either.
No, I've been fossiling around Ulverston and Morecambe Bay. There's some good fossiling areas on the coast. Exposed rocks. I found lots and lots of fossilized corals. Never found any trilobites, but yeah. I found some worm tubes, fossilized worm tubes. They were quite good.
I'll have to go. I have to take Skylar out. We'll go fossiling. You have to tell us places to go.
Fossiling.
Right, we're on to about last orders now. Calling last orders, gentlemen, please. So if you have any questions,
10 pints of gin and a packet of gin, please.
Dash to the bar quick. It's last orders.
Time,
gentlemen, please.
Dave Barker. I've lost ability to speak. Used to love treading when he was a kid.
Yeah. It doesn't been some
I've heard of it. It's a new one on me.
No, I've never heard of that.
No.
It's the first time you stand on a fish, you absolutely jump.
Yeah. And if you stand on a live fish, you just die. Vince Trotton Chard says chicken, pork, beef, salami, lettuce, tomato, cheese, ham, mustard, cucumber, more salami, and more cheese sandwich. Yeah, I'm up for that.
I'm hungry. I had roast dinner.
When I go to Subway and they say, "What do you want on it?" I'm like, all of those.
Start that end, finish that end.
Can I get a 6 foot long all of those, please?
Adrian David, last order says, "Want a packet of Foster's, please." 2 packets.
Oh, I can't drink Foster's.
Foster's.
Give me a dark ale. Foster's makes me trump, but it's horrible.
Smooth says the only thing missing from a cheese sandwich is bacon.
Yes.
Nothing
Chris says we go razor fishing. I don't know what that means.
Razor fishing? Oh, sounds
it's like an Australian thing where the fish is literally made of razor blades and death, and you have bare hands. Or do you have a razor on a stick?
Shortly after I went to Australia, we came back and there was a National Geographic thing on TV from Australia. This guy was up in the northern part of Australia, standing by the sea on a jetty. Oh, if you fall in there, he says, you'll last 10 seconds. Yeah, something's gonna eat you. Yeah, if you fall in there, croc's gonna get you.
Wow. Phil Lewis says Theakston's Old Peculiar.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I'd be up for that.
Yeah, look like that. Yeah, Theakston's Old Peculiar and a bag of cheese and onion crisps.
Yeah, cheese and onion crisps are the best. I'd go as light as Old Speckled Hen. It's probably as light as I go in terms of beer. Not much lighter than that. Maybe there's a few IPAs I might drink. But really, if I'm drinking a beer, it needs to be like black as night with twigs in it and things.
Chris Smith.
If you get Dunham Milk Stout, it's the best beer you'll ever drink.
Chris Smith, razor fishing. Yeah, razor fish. They're like long shellfish, bury themselves in the sand. I think the way you get them out is to pour salt on them, and then they sort of come up out of the sand.
Okay.
Pull them out. Yeah.
A bit like a bobbit worm, but not deadly and horrible and nasty.
Yeah. Never had razorfish, but yeah, could do that. Right. Any more questions from you guys out there? It's time for us to start wrapping up and go to bed. Because we need to. Newcastle Brown says Adrian. I think Newcastle Brown always used to give me a headache.
I can't sing that. I can't sing that. Not on this live. On this stream. Mac lads isn't going to happen. Not on the eModel stream.
Shadowland Guinness make a nice porter. They do actually. So then you would have come up. Anyway, we're talking about beer. Time to go.
Yeah, I'm getting thoughts. I've got kind of Murphy's for a long
time to call time because I'm feeling hungry now for a cheese and ham and pickle and bacon sandwich and
Marmite.
Else. Not Marmite. Yeah, I didn't like we've had a call this week from the back foot. No,
probably drifted out at sea again. So
yeah, maybe if we can arrange whatever's going to happen later on in the week or at the weekend, might be a giveaway then. But you got to keep watching.
You might be saving it up for some special occasion. Let's just say possible.
Either that, or they've had the phone disconnected at the yacht club as well.
Yeah, or they've forgotten how the dialing works.
Yeah, perhaps he's on the bingo again, and James is winning.
Dave Barker's now not happy that he's now got the Mac lads in his head.
Right, time to go. Time to call it a night. Thank you everybody for joining us again for another great week on our birthday edition. Just birthdays as birthdays go. It's good to have you all along for the birthday party.
Thank you for Gareth for his birthday present that he sent us. Very kind of you.
Yeah. Oh, hang on. Yep. Yeah. Hang on. Just back with you in a moment. Can't find
just
it.
wait here quietly then.
Get up off the floor. Dead.
Oh dear. These things never work properly when you want them to.
What are you trying to do, Tedward? I've just remembered I've got control of the magic button, so
no, we're not ready to go yet.
Okay.
Don't press the button. No.
Don't press the button.
Step away from the button.
Are we telling people not to leave just yet then?
Yeah.
Don't leave till it's finished. Never leave till it's finished.
Yeah. Don't leave this stream until we've actually gone away and you've got
until the white dot appears on the screen. And
you don't want to be the last one in.
Until Uncle Colin says, and that's all from Granada tonight. We wish you a good night, and we hand you over now to Radio Piccadilly. Good night. Then you know the show's over. I remember Uncle Colin doing his in-vision continuity. Hey, Carl, you come in just right at the end. Maybe.
Maybe Carl's got it sorted. Yeah.
We might be here for another couple of hours yet.
Yeah, maybe people have got it worked out now that if they wait till about 11 o'clock, they don't have to sit through for 2 hours of us. They're just shooting in about 11 o'clock. They know that they're going to get.
Carl says, "Oh, my mug arrived. Thank you very much, gents. Pleasure."
Yeah,
don't go anywhere yet. You should probably not stop watching. Hello. Not controlling the door, is it?
Hello. Yes. Yeah, hi, Pete. Yep. Thank you very much. Yes. Yeah. Happy birthday, guys, from the man himself.
Yeah. Thanks, Mom.
Thank you.
Yeah. He's not at the yacht club tonight. No, why not?
He's not been banned.
Yeah, the canal's frozen. Yeah, no, the canal's frozen. They can't get to it. Yeah, the yacht club is apparently on a long boat. It's on a narrow boat on the canal. That is actually the yacht club. All right. Yeah, right. Okay. Right. We could. Oh, yes. Well, thank you very much. Right. You could do a giveaway. Right. I'll tell the guys that, and I'm sure they'll all be right. Right. We'll look forward to a surprise. Yeah. Okay. All right. Thank you, Peter. Thank you. Bye. Yeah, we can do a giveaway, folks. Yes, just as you thought it was our time to go, we get the message from the great man above, Pete Mate.
Yes.
Pete Mate.
Ted, your acting's been described as worthy of that of a daytime soap.
Yeah, I've got the wobbly set as well. Yeah. So right, give me a minute. I'll go look in the offers. I'll go find something to give away.
Dave Wiseman Barkus. I can't speak. Dave, I'm getting a cold. I'm getting the flu, I think. Dave Barker says it was like Crossroads just then.
Benny.
Yep.
Benny.
Which one of us is Mrs. Overall?
Miss Diane. I like you, Miss Diane.
Which was better, Crossroads or Acorn Antiques as a Mickey take? I think Acorn Antiques was better than Crossroads. It was more Crossroads than Crossroads.
Wasn't everything better than Crossroads?
Yeah. All I can hear coming from downstairs now with Mum watching is Ted going, Miss Diane.
Oh, Miss Diane, how you? Oh, I didn't mean to hurt you, Miss Diane. Oh, I can't find anything. I'll find something in a minute. Oh, where's it gone? Whew.
Gone out of stock.
Right. There's always something in it. It's always worth having a look through the office page while we're on it, on the eModels website, because you never know what's going to be there. And there's so much stuff here. Right. Let's try this one. Get rid of all these other pages, then it doesn't mess everything up. Right, there we go. Right. You want to lock it on me and I'll screen share? Are everybody there?
Don't know. I can't hear Fox anymore. He's gone quiet.
Fox? Hang on, that was me. I muted the microphone while I was coughing. I was actually saying Ted had got a bit delayed there, so.
That's the problem of turning your phone to black and white. You can just drop off now.
Yeah. We're locked on you, by the way, Ted.
Right, I'll screen share.
Yes,
and I'll find
it cold.
Yeah, we've got permission to give. I'll find the screen share button. Got permission to give a kit away, and it will be this one. Can you see that?
Nope.
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 There's like a half-hour delay, I think.
Yay, we're giving away a Ted.
We're giving away a Ted. Wild Ted appeared.
There we go. There we go. It's a little bit different. It's not a tank. It's not a civilian vehicle. It could be anything. It's the M9 Ace. Yeah. And
scroll up a bit, Ted.
Hang on.
There you go.
Yeah, see the message down there?
Yep. We can see it there. We were just kind of off the top of the screen. That looks mint. You could get like, you know, imperial markings all over that and get some ultramarines and some...
Yeah, you could do. Yeah, you could make this.
Do it in yellow.
Yeah, looks very Warhammer.
It's 1/35 scale, I think, isn't it?
I like the fact that on the blade it says Dirt Diggler. I find that most amusing.
Yeah, that's the giveaway for this week. There's a picture of the unpainted primed model.
That's got a lot of sci-fi potential there.
Yeah, that's got a lot of potential for you guys out there. Remember the episode of Top Gear when they went out and bought these and demolished houses with them? Looks like that sort of thing.
Beyond Hope says, "Ooh, I can see some orcs hanging off that. Daka daka daka. Metal boxes, metal boxes."
Nate Bliss says, "Robot Wars modding coming."
Yep. Let's have a Bobcat on steroids. Looks like something from Thunderbirds. Yeah. That looks mint. I'll have one of those, please.
Once again, a subject that you can do lots with. Dirt, dust, grime, sand, anything.
Yep.
Have a bit of fun with it. And all you need to do is, at the end of the show tonight, is make a comment underneath the...
answer the comment. Did you lose the comment?
You could comment. You could comment this week. Happy birthday live stream. How about that?
Yeah. So when this video, when we finish the live stream, and it becomes just a video on the channel, on the eModels channel, go and find the video if you're not watching on on YouTube right now. Give it 10 or 15 minutes after we finish. Just stick a comment on there that says, "What was it? Happy birthday, eModels.
Happy birthday live stream.
Happy birthday live stream," or something. It could be anything.
Yeah,
happy birthday live stream. It's nice.
Just admit,
some words.
Just a comment. If you leave a comment below the video, you're eligible to be picked out for the draw next week.
So leave a comment, nice one, and we'll pick one out next Monday. Well, maybe next Monday. We'll pick one out next Monday, I think, at random, and that person will win that rather awesome looking kit, which looks kind of rather awesome.
Yeah. So, yeah, so go and have fun with it. Remember, we do want to see it built. Terms and conditions are that you can't put it in your stash. You've got to build it.
Yeah, you can't go in your stash. You have to drop
and then
everything.
you've got to send a picture of it to the eModels gallery.
Yeah. And if you win and you've got like a really busy family life, just sell the kids, adopt out the stereo, send the missus off somewhere, or the husband off if you're the lady of the house. Get building comes first. Ted's family in focus, says Trot Chart.
Yay!
Can anyone remember who the winner was on the first show? Says Making Models. I don't know what we did last week. Never mind a year ago.
Right, I've stopped sharing the screen, but a little message has popped up from Pete saying hello, everybody. So he's obviously watching the show tonight. Yes. So so good job. We've got the jackets on, Chris. Yeah,
except
message for Chris.
Got his jacket.
I haven't got a jacket.
Chris,
or his cartoon.
Where's my jacket?
Chris, your jacket is on the way.
On the way from the sweatshop somewhere.
Space.
Yeah. Pete, that's where it is. Pete is at home just finishing off the last of the embroidery on the back.
Yeah, cool.
He's very good with the needle and thread, is not Pete. You should see Kent's work.
I think that's why he's not at the yacht club tonight. He's sewing your jacket. He's putting the final stitches into eModels on the back.
I thought I might not get it till summer.
Yeah, that'll be about right. Yeah. Well,
by the way, Chris, when it's summer, you still have to wear the jacket.
Yes.
As I found out.
Yeah, Dave said again, Peter, they need big mugs. They need pint pots.
I like big mugs, and I cannot lie.
Yes, nothing as good as some big mugs.
Yeah, there are.
Imagine.
I mean, Ted and I have had conversations with the guys at eModels a number of times, and there are lots of plans and things in the works and things due to be, and lots of ideas. So stay tuned. Many things will happen over time. That's a really nebulous statement, isn't it?
Some things might happen
over the next period of time.
Other things might not happen ever.
Yeah, I can't be committal.
Other things, but
there may be things that may or may not happen in a period of time at some point.
So that's one of the things that you've got to subscribe to the YouTube channel, and you've got to like and follow the eModels Facebook page, because that's where all the news happens. That's where you're going to hear about it first. That's where usually you'll hear about the eModels great happenings. So subscribe, like, follow, do whatever things you do with Facebook and things.
Yes.
And
the buttons.
Don't forget, of course, on the eModels website itself, don't forget to go and check out the offers page. It's updated daily. There's stuff on there that could be on there for a day or a week or a month. It's updated daily, so if you go and have a look, you'll find something that tickles your fancy. If you do, grab it, because it might not be on there for long.
Yeah, and any of the stuff that you've seen tonight on the what's in store, if you like it, go and get it, slap it in your basket, because it's not going to be there long. After we've
mentioned stuff, it gets sold. So if you were looking at the Hobby Zone stuff, go and get it now. Stay watching, but go and get it now. And don't forget, of course, the gallery section. If you've got some builds you finished, you've not uploaded them yet, do go and upload a picture of your finished build to the gallery section. It's to the menus at the top. It just says gallery. And more importantly, don't forget to go and review some people's work. It's nice to give feedback on people's work. And also, every month, on the first of each month, as best we can, we will pick one of the 5-star rated reviewed builds, and that person will win a sweet bit of loot. So it's worth going and uploading your stuff. Make sure you get doing some reviews as well, because it's dead valuable. People win stuff based on your review. So get reviewing stuff.
Yep. So keep watching. It could be you.
It could be you.
That's a catchphrase off something, isn't it? It could
that was the old
National Lottery, isn't it? Yeah, the old lottery.
When the lottery started in 1977 or something.
Phil Lewis says Chris needs a character on his eModels logo, and Trout and Chard says it's there, but it's very small.
It's true to life.
Yes.
Chris's character is in the works, apparently.
Yeah, Chris isn't small. He's just far away.
Yes, it's far away.
far away.
Now, Dougal. No.
Anyway, that would be an ecumenical matter, and it's time for us to go.
I can't see it because I got the big camera in.
It's time to close down for this evening, and thank you all for joining us. And I had a great time. We've just rambled for 2 hours. We've given things away, and we've enjoyed ourselves.
Yes.
Right. Okay, everybody. good night to you, and we'll see you all next week. But keep watching. Something might happen between now and next week. We don't know.
Yes.
See you later. Okay. Bye, everybody. Bye.
Adios,
Now.
amigos.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye. Goodbye. We're leaving you. Bye.